sense, don't it? Did I not admit? I admitted, did I not? Okay. I did. And I wish I never met her at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not a good start.
Blessed. Blessed.
Big up. Howdy doody.
It gets better. Order another round. It's about to go down.
You were just on Instagram?
No, what happened?
Huh?
No, how come? What happened?
Oh, I was just, somebody sent me a message. Am I allowed to wear a hat? Am I allowed to wear hats, yo? We're allowed to wear hats in the break room?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's the break room.
I don't know. Somebody sent me a thing. It was, hang on, let me. It was from Miss Gemini, posted it recently. And it was, and I wish I never met her at all. All right. And oh, you can't see that shit. Anyways, and it's, did you read it? Did you read this like Jay-Z or Carl Thomas? It's just the words. And then, you know how it works. I come on and you're singing the song, but that just got sent to me like a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, yeah?
That's funny. I guess, right? I think so. And I was like, not even, 49 minutes ago. Not too long ago, just a little while. Fairly recent. It's all relative.
That's dope. That's dope.
What's that? Did I say the Raptors?
Yes, man. Let's go. Raptors.
Oh, I hope we don't have to talk about the Raptors all day today.
I mean, we don't have to, but we can.
No, you were already practicing earlier today. I don't want to talk about the Raptors, man.
All right, then we'll leave the Raptors alone.
I mean, we can. We can talk about the Raptors a little bit, but you know, so it goes. What happened? What are you contemplating over
there? Did I disappear?
No, you're still there. Your validity might have disappeared earlier today, but that's about it.
My who?
Your validity.
That's what I thought you said. That is what I thought you said.
No, you don't think so? Maybe not today. Maybe it was a little bit earlier than today. Maybe it was a couple of days ago.
This guy's rude. This guy's rude.
What are you doing over there, guy? What's on your list, yo? You have a list? What's going on?
No, you know, I was trying to I'm seeing that my whites are kind of blurry.
Blurred?
Yeah, it's getting me frustrated.
Your screen. Did you wipe your screen, yo?
I did already.
Oh, you gotta do it again, yo. What'd you wipe it with? Exactly what you fucking did. Get out of here, guy.
No, I didn't. I did.
Those are the professionals, guy. You told me to get a light. I got a light.
Yeah.
You know, you're a professional, yo. You can't be.
There's something going on.
Yeah. Cloth. No.
Anyways.
All right.
So what going on, boy?
No, man, just here, yo. It's today. Nothing too crazy. Nothing wild. It's rainy.
40-0. How come it's 40-0? Who did you guys play? High school team?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know you watch football, yo.
I don't watch football. Kaepernick, son.
Yeah. You have.
No, I use that one, but I never watch football anyways.
Right? Somebody used that the other day. Somebody who was saying that the other day. Somebody was saying that the other day. But anyways. 40-0, man. Well, you know what? It's only week 4, maybe week 5 now. We're going into week 5. We're taking care of business. Professional team. We got no bluster, no nothing to talk about. We just go. It's under the radar too. That's what nobody talking about them. I like
What's
that.
6 touchdowns?
What's that?
40-0.
40-0? No, that's probably
five touchdowns and a couple field goals.
I think it was 4 touchdowns, 4 field goals. Right? 28 touchdowns and then 12 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah, defense is playing good. Their offense isn't even playing good, so that's good too. So we're winning 40-0. I think we won 30-something the other day too, and their offense is playing like people are complaining about their offense. It's awesome. It's awesome. When you're winning 30 and 40-0 and people are complaining, it's just great.
Wowzers.
Wonderful. So it goes. But it's
Who
only
did,
week 5.
who did you guys play yesterday?
Houston.
Texans, right?
Yeah. 1 point for you.
No more Oilers?
No more Oilers. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was with the black guy as the quarterback. Warren Moon.
Warren Moon,
Warren
all-time
Moon.
leading passer, I think, in football or something like
Is
that.
he?
Something like all football, like CFL, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like something like that. Maybe at one
Mm.
time, maybe not anymore. But at some point, I think he was the all-time passing leader, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, all world.
Warren Moon.
Mm-hmm. So it goes, all world. Yeah, man. You gotta come to Buffalo to watch a game. I went to a Hamilton Tiger Cats game for the first time
Okay,
ever.
okay. That's what I saw the pictures of.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hamilton Tiger Cats. It was all right. Can't lie. It was fun. It's
Yeah.
like small town. It's kind of like I don't want to compare it because I don't want to big up Hamilton. I don't want you guys to take it the wrong way, like I'm bigging you guys up too much. But it was like kind of like Bills, like downtown, like when you went to the Bills game,
Yeah.
right? And then just around there, it's just all small town, kind of like Hamilton.
Okay.
And everybody's out. You're parking on people's lawns. That's all. It's the stadium, and that's it, basically, right?
Oh, so people are charging you to park on their lawns?
Like I know where I'm going to go park every time I go to a Bills game. I'm parking on my guy's lawn. I forget his name now because it's been a hot second, but I'm parking on
Right.
my guy's lawn.
Okay.
And it was the same kind of thing down there in the Hammer. So the game was all right. Happy they lost in the end. That was good. That was good. They're gonna play that was my first like random CFL game.
Who lost?
Hamilton lost
So why are you happy they lost?
because Hamilton sucks.
So who did they play against?
Montreal, I think.
So why are you happy they lost?
Because no, I mean, I guess not that I'm happy they lost. It's just all right because I don't want to.
From who?
Hamilton people are yappy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
See
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying?
So on your
Right.
day-to-day experience, you're happy they
Yeah.
lost so that no one could chat to you in your ears.
Never.
Because what, you're representing Toronto? Is that what it is?
Bright lights, big city.
Okay. So you want to walk around the place and people are like, yo, we won again. And okay, I get you.
No, I don't want to I'm not high-fiving nobody. I had fun, but, not good for you guys. I mean, it was good too that they were winning. They were up early too, and the crowd was going nuts. So I got to experience that. Right? I got to all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going crazy, and then they lost. It's
Yeah,
great in overtime.
they're gonna set what's it called? Flaming. What's that bag called?
Flaming Mo,
Is that what it is?
flaming bagpipe,
No,
flaming whoopee cushion.
nah, man. When they put the shit in the bag and then they put it on your porch and they light it on fire.
What kind of shit is that?
And then you open up the door and you're like, you start stomping on it.
That happened to you before?
No.
You did that to somebody before?
I mean,
You were around when that happened to somebody?
I plead the fifth.
Well, we don't do that in Canada, yo.
Fifth.
We don't do that in Canada.
No, I don't get no fifth in Canada.
No.
Geez.
No. I don't know. That's fucking unfortunate. But yeah, game was nice. Game was all right. I want to see a good game. I clapped for good plays and stuff like that.
Okay. How's the weather?
It's all right. It wasn't bad. I don't know. It was pretty good for a Saturday afternoon in October, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Didn't need no big jacket or nothing.
No.
Okay. So you're out there drinking beer and having a good time.
It's all right. Yeah. Can't complain. Make the most of it, right?
Okay.
It was an experience. It's one of those other things to experience that I've never experienced before. Random Tie Cats game.
Okay, wicked. Wicked, wicked,
They get
wicked.
down though. Hamilton folk got down. Good for them. Good for them. Everybody was all colored up and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
everybody.
So throughout your time being there, do you see the crowds heading to the game, but you just never participated?
Sometimes it's like in a spot. It's kind of
Oh,
out of
okay,
the
okay.
kind
It's
of
not
it's
out of the way.
it's over there. Just out of the way enough.
Okay. If you happen to have to be in that area
Yeah.
one day, like which is random, which is not often. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not,
really,
it's not like you're driving downtown and then like people are going to the Leafs game or the
right.
Raptors game. It's not like that.
Yeah,
Like
no,
you have to be there in that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's over there a little bit, just a little bit. It's in there, but it's just over there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. So you have the Jamaican Soul Fresh shirt, and I have the
what's
Trinidadian
that?
one.
You have a Trinidadian Soul Fresh shirt? No?
Yeah.
Why? Somebody left it
Well,
at your house?
no. Talking about I bought it. Get out of here. But I didn't realize it was a Trinidadian shirt until I see your Jamaican one. So I'm like, okay, so mine
Oh,
must be Trinidadian.
I see. Should return it,
Huh? Yeah. I still have the plastic. I'm gonna get an exchange to say, yo, man.
Switch up.
Manayari.
You know me, man. I try to get the one of one. So yeah, he was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Try a little thing." So it's all about the one of ones.
Look good though.
I try. Well, it is what it is. It's what it is. Yeah, it's an expensive T-shirt though,
Bro, this is the type of T-shirt you get when you go. Was it a championship? Was it one of the championship games? I think it was one of
For
the
game one.
Might have been
How many
game one.
How many championship games you go to, guy?
I went to 2.
I gave up,
I couldn't give up because I predicted they were gonna win in 5, and so when I went to game 5, I'm like, they're gonna win today. Like heading into the series, I'm like, Raptors in 5. So then when game 5 came, I was like, I'd be an idiot if I stayed home because I know they're gonna win in 5. And they would have won if Iguodala never hit that lucky shot, man. It wasn't a lucky. I mean, he's Iguodala, whatever.
This is true. They do what they do, right? People do what they do.
But if Iguodala never hit that shot, I'd have seen confetti come down. I'd have been at a confetti. Jeez.
That would have been nuts. All I got was the parade. I missed them. All I got was parade was dope though. Parade was sick. You were at the parade. Yeah, we were. That's how I got the parade.
Yeah.
The parade was lit. I've never seen anything like that before.
That was wild.
All the streets were like 500 deep. Like standing up on the side. When I came out of Union Station. So I took the train into Union from the Hammer. And I remember just coming out and just being like, people just everywhere. I was like, as I was I've never seen anything like that. As you're coming up the street level, it was sick. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, that was
nobody can ever can't take that away. I'll never go to a parade again either, too, just so everybody knows. You're not gonna see me at the second parade. You're not seeing me at the parade this year, Right now, I've been there, done that, That was too much, That was crazy. It was fun, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, so it goes, right?
What a thing, man! To think that we were that successful that we were able to create a parade like this, man.
Yeah, that was nuts, Not even that. It's just that was a crazy parade, regardless, right? Not even just to create a parade. You can't even create that parade. You can't create that like that. I think that was bonkers.
Okay,
especially seeing other big things around.
If I know you don't like to compare stuff, right? Your whole saying, why we got to compare? One question: if Leafs win, is the parade like that? Is that big?
The parade would be like, yeah.
I'm not going.
Probably bigger. Maybe I'd go. You have to go.
I'm not going.
No, you have to go.
Yeah.
But it would probably be deep, It would start at thing and it'd probably reach all the way back to Markham, everybody be reach back to Markham, man.
Yeah. It'd be big, huh?
Yeah, it'd be pretty big. I think. I mean, the Raptors thing was big.
Okay.
Pretty fucking big.
You watch?
Everybody would be there.
Do you watch? I wouldn't go.
Yeah, you would.
And there's a lot of me's that wouldn't go. A lot of people like me that wouldn't go.
No, it's a Toronto thing.
Yeah, I'd go.
It means different things, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it would, like the Leafs winning would mean something different than what the Raptors was there from the beginning. I've been through it all. Sky Dome, Stoudemire, Vince, Bosch, Alvin Williams, all that good stuff. Everything, every piece you've seen, that's like, you've seen it all. The Leafs would be just like, yay for Toronto. Raptors was yay for me, kind of too. It was yay for me.
But so I'd go out of Toronto. Love.
Toronto versus everybody.
Would I go?
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? Maybe I would. I'm just thinking.
No,
like,
you'd go. You'd be at home by yourself.
Huh?
I'd
be at home by myself. So I'm thinking like the Blue Jays started going on their run, and I started to catch a little bit of fever, even though I never watched the game, but I was still like, ooh, what's happening?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So maybe the further they go, the more I would get what do you call it? The more I get
drawn in.
Yeah, drawn into just like the last Blue Jays run with Bautista, them and the bat flip. You know what I mean? Like I was watching every game. Like when it started getting to a certain point, I started watching every game, man. I was like, yeah. So, and I was invested.
That's just energy, right?
I was invested. So like, yeah, for sure. I guess if the Blue Jays won, I would have.
Toronto, I think Toronto fans, right? I think everybody will say their fans are wicked, but I think Toronto fans are just a little bit different when you go to places, even how they travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've been to Detroit for a Raptors game with me, right? So when you go to Detroit, it's like you're at home because the crowd is lit and don't give a shit. And then everywhere you see, the Toronto Raptors fans are here. And there's like a section of people just going bonkers.
Yeah. That's funny when it's like they had to turn down the television broadcast because it sounded like it was a Raptors home game.
Yeah, people are just getting pissed, yo.
Yeah, they're like, this doesn't sound like it's a Detroit game, but yet it sounds like a Toronto broadcast.
Yeah, and the fans are just bent, too, right? I remember one. I don't think it was the time you went. I think the time I went before that. This one guy just trash talking the whole time, like good trash talk, where he was just like,
like good times trash talk.
Oh, he's like, I can't believe this, man. I was like, listen, listen, it's crazy. You can't say anything. It was awesome. Like, let's go Raptors, right? So that's deep. And then same thing with the Blue Jays. Like, you can see their fans, and when they travel well. So it's just lit. It's lit.
Yeah, I guess if they go far, I'd probably get invested.
You'd be there, guy. You'd be there with with your hockey gloves on. Hockey gloves. Shit.
Did you watch those Marvel movies in the theater, like Black Panther and
in the theater, or did I just watch them?
No, in the theater.
I didn't watch all of them in the theater. I watched some of them in the theater.
But okay, so you watched Black Panther in the theater?
I don't think so.
No?
Maybe. No, I didn't put on my dashiki and shit with everybody else, yo. Everybody fucking with their dashiki out. Like that was just, I got a little tired of it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
A little bit. I mean, it was good. I mean,
Uh-huh.
But I didn't put on my dashiki to go to fucking movies.
No,
especially like, third Wednesday at like fucking 10:25. Maybe premiere night. Maybe, but not like, not like third week in the run and shit.
So how come you never went? You weren't interested, or it was too much of a thing to get to go to the movie?
I don't know. Movies really. I go to movies here and there, I guess.
So okay, so the hype of that movie didn't really like make you say, okay, I gotta go to the theater to see this. Like it wasn't like that for you.
I'm wondering if I saw it in the theater. Well, I don't know. No,
You don't remember?
yeah, no, not really.
Okay, how about the what's that?
What's that?
Infinity Wars, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I saw one of them in the theater. I saw the first one in the theater,
In the theater?
like whatever, not Endgame or whatever. Yeah, Infinity War and then Endgame, right? So I saw
Infinity War
Infinity
and
War in the
Endgame, that's
theater.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you worried about? Why are you asking if it's in the theater? I'm curious now.
No, I'm just asking, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember way back when I was having a conversation with someone,
Mm.
and this conversation came back up right now because we're talking about if the Blue Jays or the Maple Leafs got to the finals or whatnot, or if they won, would I go
Yeah,
downtown? And I'm thinking I wouldn't, right? I'm
yeah.
just what I'm thinking right now, right?
Mm.
So because I'm like, would it be as big as the Raptors? Because I feel like there's a whole demographic of people that went down for the Raptors, plus another whole demographic of people.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Maple Leafs won, I'm wondering, would it subtract a whole demographic of people?
No. It's like
So
what? So it would maybe wait. So you think it would subtract? No, I think yeah, I think it would be overwhelmed by an extra demographic as well too. Old people, all the old people will be there.
mm-hmm. No. So the reason why I'm telling you that I brought up a memory of the conversation is because Black Panther broke records, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther broke records, and like it broke the box. It broke big records,
Mm-hmm.
and I could see how it broke big records because Black Panther brought people out to the theater that don't even go to the theater. It brought people out to go see Marvel movies who are not interested in Marvel movies. So,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, my mother went to go see Black Panther.
Mm.
My mom said she saw Black Panther. I'm like, huh? So she went to the theater to go see Black Panther.
Yeah. What's up with that?
What's up with that? Like, but it's just the whole marketing and hype behind the Black Panther brought her out, brought my auntie out, brought my other auntie out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of my mothers and aunties all around, like America and Canada or just wherever,
Mm-hmm.
going to go
Mm-hmm.
see this Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying, the debate is that when I think it was Infinity Wars or Endgame, one of the two. When that movie came out now,
Right.
I had a debate with this guy who's like, Infinity Wars is gonna break records. I go, it's not gonna break Black Panther records. He goes, yeah, more people are gonna go out. I go, I don't believe it. And if it does, I think the numbers are gonna be skewed. I think it's gonna be a lot.
Right.
Because I know like everybody went to go see Black Panther. I know my mom's not gonna go see Infinity Wars.
Mm.
And none of my aunties and none of, you know what I mean?
But she might Black Panther's in it, yo.
No, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like she wouldn't even know that Black Panther's in it. Do you know what I mean? Like she wouldn't even, she'd have no clue Black Panther's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
but then what happened?
They said, well, they said it broke the records. And I'm like, oh, that's a lie. Because I know there's a whole bunch of people that didn't go see it. But a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of people are what was used to break.
It's Endgame.
Endgame?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's second all time. You know what the first all time grossing, top lifetime grossing overall movie is?
Golden Child. I want the knife.
I want the knife.
Please.
Please. Yo, that's people don't know about Golden Child. Oh, I can't even recite anything too much more than that. Man, I always hit people with the please because I always forget the please.
Please,
but
yes,
I'm gonna go watch that movie right now. Oh man, Avatar is the top grossing movie of all time,
Avatar.
but it looks like Endgame will catch it sooner or later.
Avatar. Sorry. When you said
The blue
Avatar,
guys.
yes. When you said Avatar, I was thinking, oh, what a when that movie came out. When that movie came out, whoa.
You like that movie? Yeah.
That movie was too much for me, man.
Really?
That movie was too good. It was long, but it was. I'm like, what is this? And it was 3D, bro. Man, the details they put into that movie. When you watch it again, you're like, they made all this 3D. They made this thing going like this in the air, like 3D back then. Mad thing, my brother.
Black Panther's 12th, but what is this exactly? All time, worldwide, domestic, weekend, daily record. Man, too much.
You think I could do it, bro?
Oh shit! Let's find out, man. I don't even want to see it. What is that? Is that bubbly, man?
Yeah.
Hang on, man. You gotta get it in slow mo. You gotta put your refresh rates up so we get a good slow mo of this shit. Don't hurt nobody, brother. Seriously, don't hurt nobody.
Please.
Take time. Please. I want the night. I'm gonna go watch that movie right now. Is that working? Is that on something? It's gotta be on something. It's gotta be on the internet somewhere. That's gotta be on the internet somewhere. Yo, you watch what the hell, man? Pull it off, man. Like, what are you waiting for?
Hold on, man.
I told you to wait. What is this?
I set up my camera.
Set up your camera.
So before I damage myself with this thing, this is Como Sur. And it is sparkling wine, Pinot Noir Rosé, Brut from Val del Biobío, product of Chile.
Chile.
Product of Chile.
All right, man. Stop shaking the thing around, man. You're gonna stall like shit. Chile. It's from Chile.
Right or left? Which one do I use? Right or... Okay. Let's go.
All right.
Go. Yeah, baby. Can't boss champion like me, rude boy.
I mean, I guess you're right. Baller.
I mean, sparkling wine. Don't let me diss France like that.
Word up. Yo, you watch Squid Game?
Yeah, watch it. Yes.
You're watching it now?
Yeah, I'm on episode 4.
How's that going?
It's fun. It's interesting. It's entertaining, definitely.
Why'd you watch it?
I watched it because I thought it was going to be good. I'll tell you exactly why I watched it. So I set myself up to watch something else on Netflix one night, and I seen Squid Games, a commercial for. Did I see a commercial? I just seen Squid Games in what it says trending, right?
Yeah.
And it was like number 10. And then by the time I was done, whatever I was watching on Netflix, and was looking through this thing again, trending, it said trending number 1. I'm like, how? I'm like, already? And then maybe on some sort of post or like a Google notification is like Squid Games number one viewed movie in Netflix history or something like that. I'm like, what? Did this come out like yesterday? Like history? Okay, you know what? Let me not go there.
What, man?
I was gonna say number 1 in history, right? So this is like when Black Panther breaks the record, because my mama goes to go watch it. Why? Because it's Black Panther. So she goes to watch the black superhero.
Is everybody like Squid?
No, but maybe because what's it called? So we're watching it plus the demographic of the Asian demographic is like probably all in it. You know, they're probably all like eating it up as well. Plus plus we're eating it up.
But that always, but what's that? The tipping point, right? Doesn't that always happen though? So there are things that we never see from, that's like, this is what is it, Korean or Japanese? Korean, maybe?
Korean.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But so there's, I don't know, it's like, what's the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 show in Korea? Do we only get the number 1 show? Like sometimes something just hits as well, right? You know what I mean? Like just because it was a number 1 show in Asia or
no, but it might not be number 1 show in Asia. But I'm saying, because what I've learned today is that what I've learned today, I don't know if it's true or not, but this show was made like 10 years ago, and it finally like got the go ahead to. You heard that too as well?
Yeah, he wrote it like he got shut down. No, and then finally it hit, and now he's number 1 in 90 countries or some shit.
And I was watching something 2 weeks ago. I was watching something on YouTube. Like one day, I just typed in on my YouTube browser the history of anime, and I got a nice little show that started outlining where anime started, like back in the 50s, coming forward. And you know what happens is like a lot of the popular anime that is taking life now here in North America are failed efforts, right? That didn't work. But then now they come to North America and they've taken life, and now they, you know, like they're doing big here, and then it goes and does big back home again now, like back in Japan or.
And now it starts lighting it back up, and people start wondering what's okay.
Yeah, so like some big stuff that, you know, some big shows that we watch are like it didn't make it back there, you know. But like years later, they become big franchises now because like the advent of the internet and has given it life, you know, like because before it would be like network television show, right? It'd be like a network television show. And if it doesn't make the network television, then the project dies, right? But then now the internet and these Crunchyrolls and Netflix and all these different avenues for these shows to now get placed in, and they start to take life, then all of a sudden they become humongous, and they're like, wow, like, you know, sometimes you just gotta
keep going, right?
Keep going, stick with it, you know, because you just never know.
Yeah, that's true. And again, it's just anything, right? One little thing hits and then you're good to go. One little reshare, repost, one little like, you know, that kind of stuff. The right person hits and boom, done. But that is the world we live in too, right? Then because on the flip side, then you get all right, that one person like this, but it really is shitty. But now it's just out there too. You know?
No, yeah, and then but it gives that one person the opportunity now to try and create something, whether it be better or just continue creating until people realize, oh, they're shitty. You know, but you keep creating shit. You know what I mean?
It's because something's gonna hit, something's gonna stick, like throwing pasta at the wall.
Hello, what?
Hello.
What do you say?
Hello, can you hear me?
I thought you said something, but I wasn't sure. I was like, did he just slide something in? No, he didn't just say it.
Why, you never throw pasta at the wall, yo?
Pass what?
Pasta.
Oh, pasta. Oh.
Pasta.
Okay, yeah. Make it stick like pasta. Yes. I thought you said.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said Pascal. I'm like, already? You ready to go already?
Seriously, man? Who's ready to go?
I'm like, you ready to go already? You want to start? You want? Reloaded.
Fuck is wrong with these people, man? Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, that's why you're wearing that shirt. I know that's why you're wearing that shirt. You're just like forced so you can have it. Yeah, look at me. Probably like, yeah.
Pascal, Drake, Pascal, Freddie.
You have a Pascal Siakam jersey?
Yes, sir. I was gonna wear it, but I was too skinny. I was like, you know what? I can't wear it.
You don't have a Pascal Siakam jersey.
No. I was gonna wear it just a while ago. I was like, yo, man, I need to hit the gym.
What's that? Oregon Pascal Siakam? Do they? Yo, man.
No.
I'm not even gonna start. Let's go
Dinosaur.
Raptors.
Dinosaur. Yo,
Which dinosaur is Pascal? Which dinosaur is Pascal?
Which dinosaur is a raptor, bro? What's wrong with you?
I don't want to talk about Pascal, man. Pascal,
Velociraptor.
No, you're a lost raptor, yo.
But
oh boy,
I don't know, man. I like the way I see Buju Banton move, man. Buju Banton he moves good, man.
He's got good natural ability. Looks like basketball IQ, right spot at right time, stuff like that.
And he's good in front of the camera, man.
Is he?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that good?
So the other day, remember when I told you about my little encounter with, at the cruise Chris with him, right? So I said, I don't I know he's here, but I don't know who he is, So then I put on some highlights, some Danilo Bantan highlights, and I was like, okay, this kid's, pretty.
What school do you go to?
What school did Buju Banton go to?
What's this? High school? Because Toronto, like straight Toronto, right? But then he went to some prep school. Is that what happened?
Delano Banton?
Yeah. Is that his name?
Delano Banton.
He'll be known by me he'll only be known as Buju to me.
High school. So high school, he went to McDuffie School. In Massachusetts, and then he went to Redemption Christian Academy in Northfield, Massachusetts. He went to Western Kentucky, and then so Nebraska is the name that I know. He went to Nebraska.
So what's what did he
but
go to grade school? You go to grade school in Toronto?
High school.
Where did he go? Also, what's the Toronto?
I don't know which high school he went to in Toronto.
Well, I didn't hear. So that was all colleges you were talking about?
Yeah, those were like high schools.
Where are you on right now? You're on
Wikipedia.
You're on early years. You gotta look under early years. What does it say under the early years?
Okay, let's see.
It's gonna say Buju grew up in the small town of
They don't acknowledge his early life in high school career. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't go.
Bobo?
It doesn't.
Where the hell is Bobo when you need her?
Okay, Redemption Christian Academy in Toronto.
What's this guy's name, man?
Delano Banton.
D-E-L?
D-A. Delano.
Found it. He was born in Toronto, Massachusetts. Oh, good for him, man. Let's go Raptors. He's going to make the team, yeah?
Hello?
He's going to make the team, right? What pick was he? What pick was he?
What does it say there? What does it say?
I don't know. I put it down.
Second round pick, 46 pick overall.
Yeah. He's going to make the team?
Yes, he's going to make the team.
I'm just asking, man.
No, I'm just answering.
I'm not hating. I saw a couple little bits of him running a little bit. Got good basketball IQ. It will help.
Like I saw a part where the ball was kind of loose, and then somebody came to attack it, and he took it, bounced it, and put it behind his back, and it just looked way too smooth for a 6'9" guy.
Well, it's good then, man. Well, kids these days too, right? Kids, that's all they do.
Mm.
They dribble everywhere.
Mhm.
Yo, you used to
Nobody,
dribble everywhere.
nobody wants to, huh?
You used to dribble everywhere.
Yeah, I used to dribble
There was a
everywhere.
for like what, like a month and a half, right?
No, no. I used to dribble
Yeah.
everywhere.
No. Now I can. Now I just, you know, when you catch a memory and you're just like, yo, I used to like to school, home. You're the loser guy.
Be quiet.
You're a loser
Be
guy.
quiet.
Look at me, I'm dribbling. Oh, look, we're talking, guys, but I'm dribbling.
That's right. That's right.
I'm dribbling and talking.
That's right. Behind my back.
Mm. Buju must have done that too.
Wow. Let me turn this off.
What's that, Snapchat?
No, that's people booking
MySpace.
haircuts.
Oh shit, son. Where are you? What is today? What are you like in mid-November right now for a haircut?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Not even
bro.
that funny.
This is Woodrow Banton.
That's good, bro. What's on your list today, yo? I know you
You
have a
know,
list.
I don't have a list today, bro.
You got something.
Mm-mm. I don't. I don't, but
I was
huh?
sorry, go ahead. You don't, but what?
I went to you ever been to a haunted house?
Like back in the day?
Yeah, you haven't been to anything like when you say back in the day, you mean like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or like 15 years ago?
Like I didn't take the kids to haunted houses.
No,
No.
I took Fitz to Casa Loma on I
How was
took
that?
Casa Loma on what was it, Saturday?
Just fits?
No, no. So I went with girlfriend
Hmm.
and Fitz and some other friends.
The gift? Gift couldn't handle it?
No, 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 no gift. No.
That'd be
I
funny to
couldn't bring him
watch.
because if I had to run, like I wasn't gonna turn back for him. So it's like every man for himself in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Gift wouldn't be having it anyways, though. He'd be fine. Like,
Yeah, he'd be fine. They'd be like, somebody get this monster out of here.
like, Daddy, come on. Come on, Dad. Let's go. Come on. I'll hold your hand.
Yeah. Or he'd come out with like
So
one of
yeah,
the monsters and like, yeah, I want to introduce you to my friend,
I
Dad.
made a friend. I made a friend. Look, he's got blood capsules. You want to try one? All right, sorry. So Casa Loma, so that's all lit, right? It's like pretty crazy over there. That's a big production, right?
Yeah, it's humongous production.
Hmm.
It was like 40 minutes, 40-minute walk.
And that what like when you're in there?
So you walk outside and you're going through the courtyard and there's a whole setup out there.
Hmm.
Then you walk through this building that they have built up outside.
Hmm.
And that is wild and freaky and it could be scary if you're not in the right headspace.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Right. And
mm,
then so after you do that, then it kind of brings you to a bar. Like you walk out and you end up at a bar and you can like stay at the bar and chill out for a bit.
mm-hmm,
But if you're not vaccinated, you can't. Right?
mm.
You gotta stay outside. All right.
That's funny. You should see why I have my finger. I cross my fingers to remember shit.
Yeah.
It's intense. Carry on.
So then so then after you pass that part, then you get into the building. Right. So then you go into the building and they bring you down into the tunnels and they have their whole setup in the tunnels of like light work and ghouls and goblins and rats and roaches and scary sounds and people like coming up to you and you know what I mean? But I guess they can't touch you because they don't want to give you any virus.
Any of the vax?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But it was busy. It was busy. And the only thing is I think that if it wasn't as busy as it was,
Because
it would be scarier than it was.
it was more, they were just moving people along, keep it moving.
Because people are moving. So,
Yeah.
when somebody like jumps out and frightens somebody,
Yeah.
I can see it and I'm like, okay, so that, like, whereas if it's just
But
like,
did the other guy get you though?
sometimes,
Sometimes.
and sometimes even
You
when
guys see you, I see you.
yeah, that's what Fitz was doing. That's what that's what Fitz was doing. He's like, they're like walking up to him like this, and he's like, I'm like, don't mock them, man. You're not getting paid. They're getting paid.
Big boy.
He's like, Dad, how much you think they get paid to lay here on the ground all day? how much you think they get paid to lay down on the ground like they're dead all day? And every once in a while, jump up.
Yeah. Not this time. Not this time, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's funny. So it goes, I guess, right? That is. Yeah, I went a long time ago to like, I don't know, whatever, CNE. I think it must have been something at CNE maybe. But this is like, what I'm talking about a long time ago, I must have been like 18, 19. Like some shit like that. And they got too much on me. I didn't like it, man. I think almost. Just like, yo, come on, yo. Okay, I'm scared.
Enough.
Yeah, I'm scared. You got me, man. All right, cool.
Well, what do you want from me?
Got me, man. Shit, like fuck that. So I don't know. And I'm not much of a Halloween person, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not a Halloween, like whatever. I would take the kids out for Halloween. When I was younger, I went out for Halloween, but I'm not like, I gotta get dressed up and I gotta do this or that for Halloween type shit, right? I don't go to costume parties.
No. No. You've been before though.
To a costume party?
Yeah.
Like as an adult?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be good for you.
Why? Yeah.
To go see the nurses and the maids and.
I mean, if you want to see nurses and maids, you go to the hospital. I don't know what the fuck. Is that where the nurses are? The hospital? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. But I hear you. No. I mean, right? It's just not my thing. Everybody has things that are just not their thing, right? I guess. No, I'm not hating on it, but I'm not hating. But I also don't like horror movies. I don't like.
That's fine. I don't like them either. But going to a costume party, like I've been to maybe 2 or 3, right? And maybe if your relationship status was different back then, maybe you'd have been. No. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, again, I wasn't really super like compelled to go, but I guess it's because someone said, "Hey man, let's go," and I'm like, all right, okay, let's stop at Shoppers Drug Mart so I could buy a mask.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like I didn't like break my back and say, "Yo, let's go to Party City." Man's looking for a costume.
You should put on. You look like a pimp hat, yo. Put on a pimp hat. A feather. A feather. You're good, yo. You just go in the closet. You're good.
One time I went to. What's wrong with me? I don't even. What is wrong with me?
I don't know. What's wrong with you? You tell me.
So I went to a.
What is wrong with this man? All right, come on, tell me your story.
Yo, the twins invited me to their work Christmas Halloween party.
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing to wear. Why did I put on a robe and a towel around my waist and I went as a porn star?
A robe and a towel?
A robe and a towel around my waist.
So the towel was around the robe or the robe was around the towel?
The robe was around the towel, and then so it's just a robe and a towel. Man's walking out there with slippers in the place. Like, what are you, porn star? I don't know
JR the
what.
porn star?
Huh?
JR the porn star?
JR the porn star.
And how'd that go?
I mean, that was like, I guess it was a hit, you know. But what were they thinking?
How long ago was that? Like, what are we talking about now? This is like what? This guy's gonna be like, I was 36.
I was like, no, it was like
Last Halloween.
like 3 years ago.
Last Halloween in the underground party with the Novaks, yo.
Oh, man.
But see, wait, so you went to so you got to go to do the Casa Loma, the whatever, right?
Yeah, because
So
I guess it was majority outdoor, right? So the only thing, like I said, I needed to be
the only thing you can do is go to the bar to hang out.
right.
So this was my thing. I was about to ask, like, how's unvax life?
It's frustrating.
How much impediment do you run into?
I don't run into nothing real.
Compared to what you were doing.
Not much, bro, because I'm not really out there like that. You know, I'm just working, come home. You know, so not much impediment right now. But I can see coming down the pipeline that they're gonna make sure that everybody who did not is gonna have an issue. You know, they're not gonna make it easy. You know, like I felt so kind of good and proud of like Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Isaac, Kyrie Irving. You know, like standing their ground for what they feel. You know what I mean? Like what they decide. And I was like, yeah, and you know, and they have enough money that if they decide not to, like, they're fine, right? And then, yeah, man. And then for like the next day, Andrew Wiggins like got vaccinated, you know. And then in the press conference, he goes, "Well, yeah, I guess I learned that my body's not my body. You know, I don't own my body." I was like, poor guy.
So, who's the other guy you said? No, I know
Jonathan Isaac.
Who's this?
The only guy in the NBA that can guard Pascal Siakam. Jonathan Isaacs, Orlando Magic.
All right. So what was his situation then?
They just asked him how come he has vaccine hesitancy. And he just answered it like just so perfectly and so eloquently.
Okay, I know who that is now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like he just like the way he answered it like made all the sense in the world. Like you can't even rebut what he said. You know what I mean?
So Andrew Wiggins now, right? Going back to Andrew Wiggins. So for Andrew Wiggins, you feel blank. The short answer, you feel so. Now that he has gone and gotten the vaccination, you're like, are you? What did you? I feel this about Andrew Wiggins now.
No, I feel sad for the world. I feel sad that the world is the way that it is, right? Like
Andrew Wiggins. Tell me about Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins to me is the world, right? Like Andrew Wiggins Andrew Wiggins to me is a representation of a demographic of the world that has financial security, financial ability to do what they want. But then it just shows like if you want to participate, you know, like you will have to do what we say, right? And then the whole thing is, the conversation then becomes, Well, he didn't have to get vaccinated if he didn't want to, but he just can't play. He just can't work. You know what I mean? We call it play, but it's actually work.
Yeah.
Right? He made a decision to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, yeah, he made a decision, but he was kind of given no choice. And then like, well, yeah, he's given a choice. Like he doesn't have to, but then you just can't participate in society. Right? And if I decide like not to, I can't participate in society.
Yeah. I mean, I hear that. So you feel, so Andrew Wiggins, I didn't see his press conference after. So in his one after, he was just like, I had to do it, so I did it.
Essentially, you know?
Yeah.
Essentially, that
was just basically that, paraphrasing, that was just the size of it. I had no other choice.
He's like, I had no choice. Like they said, if I don't do it, I can't work. And you know, I want to be in the NBA, and if I don't do it, I can't be in the NBA. So essentially, I guess I just don't own my own body, I guess.
So where do you draw the line of responsibility in having him being forced into that decision? Is that, so if I understand correctly, if I understand correctly, this was a situation where Golden State or whatever city or some shit had their own whatchamacallit about the vaccination mandate, and because he worked in the city, he could not play his home games there. He could actually play away games, but then it's just still some bamboozle shit. Some shit like that, is that right? Right, I think. I don't want to be quoted unless I'm wrong, but that's what I think it is.
No,
right?
just like in the ACC, right?
Well, but no, an unvaccinated player could play on Toronto. They could play at home, right? Or no? But that's not even my point. Anyways, what's this guy? Andrew. So yes, responsibility. So in your eyes, is that city's fault? Is it the team's fault? Is it the president's fault? Is it whatever, I'll say politician, is it, and I mean society, I get it. We can just say society all along, right? Not good nor bad, but then who's, and maybe the wrong word's fault, but I think you know what I mean. So who does that hit? Who gets bly from that decision? Who, because at some point, right? I know there's responsibility around and bits and pieces of it, but then who forced Andrew Wiggins to get the vaccination? And not trying to defend it, just from that perspective, you know what I mean?
So no one forced him to get it, because here's the thing is that no one is forcing anyone to take these vaccines. But what they're doing is making it impossible for you to live and participate in society if you don't take it. So
yes.
So, right, for instance, this whole thing, the idea is to have everybody 100% on these passports.
Wiggins.
He is us. He is me. He is you. That's what we're talking about. The idea is to have just like some people just comply and say, yeah, I'm down. Let's rock and roll. Some people like, this is bullshit.
Who is complicit?
Huh?
Who is forcing people to be complicit? I'm not debating like right or wrong with it. I'm just asking from your perspective, who is it that is, if you were like, this is the first person responsible for
The
this
government, the
bullshit.
government, the government, the government is forcing people to be complicit. The government who is the government who is benefiting, and the companies that are lobbying for the government to institute these mandates. Imagine I could say, you have to get a haircut every week. And I said to the government, you have to come to Couture and get a haircut every week, or else you cannot participate in society. And it has to be at Couture. And
yeah.
I could zoog you up.
Yeah.
I could zoog you up. I could zoog you up.
I'm not paying for you to zoog me up. Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what? Then you can't participate inside society.
I'm flipping a fucking chair, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those chairs.
Yeah, you've been put on timeout. You don't get no passport. You go sit down. No. You don't get no passport.
Okay. All right. So is when you go to the restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whose problem is that? Is that the government's problem? Is that the individual owner of the restaurant you're hating on? And hating on is the wrong word. I'm just paraphrasing. So is that still the government that's forcing all of this? So it's the government's fault, or now it's okay. Now it's fucking whatever. Wherever you got ACC's fault, MLSC's fault. Or is MLSC okay? Because the government is forcing us to now have this mandate. So these companies, big companies who make a lot of money, and of course they're going to want to make money, are going to comply for certain reasons, right? That's the government's fault. Or is it?
No, the government is what's causing everybody to make these decisions. And for companies that don't want to comply, end up getting their arms twisted, because now the government is also offering them millions or billions of dollars to comply.
Well, that's why
through bailout monies.
Yeah, you're right. But this is why, well, you're right in terms of, yes, under the guise of you don't have
and
to
we
get
need
vaccinated.
You to do this. We need you to do this so that our initiative can be 100% successful.
Agreed. So under the guise of, yes, nobody is making you get vaccinated, but they're taking away liberties of things in order to force you to get vaccinated in order to participate in general society as it is right now.
Right.
My thing is just understanding or making sure that if you're not happy about it, and not you in particular, of course, then making sure that that's directed at the right folk, making sure that should always be directed at the right people ultimately in the right way, because you should always do the right thing. But shit, like I think I told you the other day, right? Was at Tim Hortons and somebody's just yelling at the lady, yelling at the Tim Hortons person because, no mask on. That's not right.
It is right.
No, you don't just walk it.
It is right.
You don't.
It seems like it's not. It seems like it's not right, but it is right. And then the Tim Hortons employee should then go to the boss and say, "Boss, this is fucked up. Look what's happening to me. Like I'm here doing this stupid shit that you're telling me to do." And then the boss should go and talk to whoever's above him to say, "Hey, man, like this is what my employees are dealing with." And then that person should go to whoever's higher and say, "Hey, like." My branch, like this is happening. It's also happening in my branch number 25. And it's also happening in my branch number 47. My managers are having to deal with their employees that are dealing with a hostile public. And then they should bring it up to the hires. So the yelling needs to be nothing to change with quietness. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good, nothing important never change with quietness. Like all the icons, all the t-shirts are people that were noisy. Right? Malcolm X, noisy. Martin Luther King, noisy. Gandhi, noisy. All these icons, they're noisy.
Well, but were they noisy,
Yeah, they're
or
noisy.
were they steadfast?
Noisy
They weren't. No, maybe.
and
I wasn't
steadfast.
there, but
Noisy and
steadfast.
steadfast. Noisy
I
and
think stead.
steadfast.
I
People would
don't.
rather them not be doing what they're doing. Come on, just go home, just relax.
Yeah, that's steadfast to me. They stayed. They stuck with it. They
Right. But
the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama. What did you say? The Dalai Lama, was it Dalai Lama? You said a second ago. He stayed.
Gandhi.
He did his Gandhi. Gandhi stayed. Gandhi didn't start screaming and yelling and hollering at people. He just stayed
Well,
steadfast.
I
Right?
mean, he created a noise.
He created a noise. Yes.
He created a noise,
That
and then after a certain while of his noise being heard, he said, "All right, you know what? I'm not gonna eat nothing,
Mhm.
and if I die, it's on your hands."
No, I think it goes back to assholes, brother. We got to go back and look at that one again. I still think it comes back to just assholes, and because it's on both sides. I'm not trying to defend assholes on the other side of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I tell you, there's assholes on both sides, like the people that want to force people, like, and I know the words are very particular in these situations, right? So I'm paraphrasing, but the people that want to stuff straight vax, it's the same way as the people that stuff unvax. Like, some of it is legit, some of it's crazy, some of it's legit, or the way that it's approached. I just don't think the approach should be not even about noisy. Yeah, everything. Yeah, you got to cause a little disruption if there's something that you feel strongly about. But again, I'm just saying, cause a disruption with the right person. And I don't know that realistically,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially if why are they doing it? Like, if you have a purpose to something that you're doing, then maybe you're standing in that Tim Hortons and saying, you know what, my right, like saying it like this, and I know that's tough, right? It's my right to not wear a mask. Can you just please serve me my coffee? I under the whatever and this and blah blah blah. And then maybe that person can still say, yo, this is some bullshit. I have to deal with this all the time. I don't know, but do we have to like yell and hoot and holler at the Tim Hortons person? That's all I'm saying. Do we have
There's
to
some
yell
people
and hoot
yelling,
and
hoot and
holler?
holler. Some coaches yelling, hoot and holler. Some coaches are like Mr. Carlson and like, all right.
But I yell and hoot and holler, right?
Yeah.
I
Why?
was
Why?
yeah. Huh?
Why?
But with
Mr.
purpose.
Carlson isn't hoot and holler.
With purpose.
Did he ever yell at you? There's no
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
Mr. Carlson yelled at you?
One time, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't even my fault. I felt good restraint that day.
Must have been your fault.
Or no, not my fault. I know exactly whose fault it was. I can tell you the story. Where you might have even been there. We weren't playing. This when I was in still Mary Ward, grade 11. So in grade 10, remember, it was senior. And then in grade 11, senior team wasn't around as much anymore. So I think there was a senior team that year. And I played junior.
Oh yeah, I didn't play 1 year.
Right.
Because all the guys left.
Yeah, all the guys left. Right.
He said.
Well, I left the next year. I left. That program was no good.
Wow.
Anywho, I remember
They
the game
left.
specific. Well, I mean, I got the thought. I was like, hey, maybe, I remember somebody, one of the, maybe this place isn't right for you. I got one of those talks one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Direction 2000, man. I couldn't handle that. That was too much power for a kid.
Way too much power.
Especially before all the frickin' was it? No movement. Like no movement was because of us. No movement was, yo, these guys are just walking around the halls all the time. These guys are just in the halls walking around. What the hell? Like what the hell? Where are we supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be? I don't know, man. You told me to write my own schedule down and stuff like that. I don't know. You tell me. You want to write that down for me? I don't know. Anyways, grade 11, Mary Ward at MT. And then I guess there was a senior game next. So our game was just ram jammed. It was just, John MT was always filled to the rim. MT gym.
So I was there
MT
then. What are
home.
you talking about? There's a senior game next. I was there. I was playing ball.
But there was no senior. But there was no senior team.
So how's there a senior game next then?
Well, it was rammed. Maybe they came to see me. Maybe I just remember it being rammed, and there was a game after. I know there was a game after that. I can't. It wasn't. I don't. We didn't have a senior.
Was it a tournament? Was it a tournament?
Because why would I be playing junior that year after?
Was it a tournament?
I went from senior to junior because there was no senior team.
Was it a tournament?
It was a league game. League game. We didn't have a senior team that year.
So why would there be a game? Why would there be a senior game after?
Maybe they're out of luck, man. Go ask Curls, bro. I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead.
Anyways, so at that time, if you're, the Vegas odds would have had MT favored. That team was like me, the Bear. Do you remember the Bear? Remember the Bear?
Yeah. Ara.
Yeah, Ara. Right?
Yeah.
Me, the Bear, Cooper. Right, right. So we were all right, but we wouldn't have been favored going into that game. Probably might have been a double-digit spread. But anyway, that game was lit. Like I remember Ray Mack told me this was going into halftime. I remember Ray Mack being like, "Yo, you're playing a good game right now," because I was just eating them up, and the crowd was like hype, and it's just me against MT. And that was the year before. That's what everybody remembered the next year when we went there. Anyways, in the third quarter, right before the end of the second quarter, I got subbed out because I got subbed out. And then it was like close game, all that good shit, and then I got subbed out and I was sitting on the bench, and then Carl just came over to me. He's like, "What are you doing on the bench?" And I was like, "I got subbed out." And then he started yelling at me. And he's like, because it was like, as soon as I came off, it was like turnover. It was like a 7-8 point run, and they were up by 10 or some shit. Just like boom, done.
Just like that.
2 minutes left. Right. And I was like, I got subbed out. And then we went into the change room at halftime, and he just lit me up. And I'm like, I don't know, coach. I got subbed.
Yeah.
What when whistle blows, sub Bennett. All right, cool. And he's like, "You're supposed to be on the court." Then the next day he didn't. And then after that next game, he left. He didn't coach at Mary Ward anymore. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He left?
I think he didn't finish that season. Or maybe I didn't finish that season. I'm getting old, man. But yeah,
somebody didn't finish the season.
He lit me up that day. Yeah. And I was like, I got subbed out. Like I could never understand.
You know what he yelled at you.
And I didn't play. Then they benched me.
Because the game was done.
Well, no, it wasn't.
You ruined his last hurrah.
Really?
You ruined his last hurrah. That's what happened, huh? That's why you yelled at you.
No, just don't fucking sub me out, man. That's your problem, man. Oh, fuck sub me. That's the problem. That's what everybody knows what happened. I got subbed out. And then I didn't play. I got fucking Cooper.
I don't think Curtis told him sub shot. Was Curtis on the team?
Which Curtis?
Zephyr?
I don't think Zephyr was on the team. Because man, I was lighting them up. Ooh. I can't believe he yelled at me like that, man. I got subbed out. What am I supposed to do? What else do you do? I'm supposed to check? I was supposed to check with the coach, and they would have yelled at me more for being arrogant. Then I went to MT and lit all those fuckers up, and all those guys were benched. You're right over there with your bubbly, yo?
I'm sorry, Sean.
What
I'm sorry that
You going
happened
hard
to
on?
you.
Yeah,
That must have
shit.
been very traumatic to have Mr. Carlos yell at you when he doesn't even yell. That must have felt
That was-
really weird.
That was pretty true.
Yeah, he was probably going through something because how's he yelling at people? That didn't even make no sense.
Man. I got subbed out, man. Most probably he believed in me. He had me on the senior team in week 10. He believed in me.
So when do you have to get your booster shot? I mean, I didn't want to bring it back up, but
I heard 7 months.
7 months, huh?
That's the new thing right now. Maybe, because who knows, right? You heard that too?
Yeah, well, I heard, yeah, if you don't get your booster shot after 7 months, you're considered unvaccinated again.
Mm-hmm. Then what?
Then they revoke your passport.
Then we're even Steven again?
Then they revoke your passport. And then by the time they turn everything to digital currency, and they say, no, you can't spend. Hey, there's schools that are saying you can't even do online school unless you're vaccinated. Like universities.
I read that. What was the story? Something behind that though. Well, I didn't read it. I saw the headline. You got to tell the whole story. What's the whole story there?
That I read that and I was like, you know what?
There was a catch.
Yeah, the whole thing is a catch. This whole thing is a catch.
I know, man.
This whole thing is a catch.
See what happened though?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to understand a little bit better, but you just want to preach to me right now.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to preach, bro.
But I understand how you feel about it. But some of the questions was me trying to understand life as an unvaccinated person to truly not be like, yo, see, you're not hurt up that bad by it. It's really just like understanding. Because when you said that you went to Casa Loma, I was like, oh shit, he's gonna tell me now that he couldn't go into the whatchamacallit inside when he went, and then he had to turn around and tell his son that he couldn't go because he couldn't show his paper. That's where I thought your story was going when it started. And then you're like, you got to go. I was like, oh shit, cool, that's all right.
Yeah, I had to call. So I had to find out, and they're like, no, you can, where. I guess because you're outside, you know what I mean?
I mean, but listen, you know what? I don't want to talk to you about the vaccination.
No, we can.
You're gonna bring it back up though.
We can call it quits here. I don't need to talk about this injection that they're injecting people with. You don't have to talk about it.
You can.
Yeah.
What would you like to say?
Jonathan Isaac was sick though. That was just beautiful.
Yeah. What did you take away from what he said?
It just all the intelligence of a well-informed young man that wasn't afraid to speak his knowledge when asked.
So are the other people uninformed and unintelligent then?
So for instance, I seen Jonathan Isaac speak, right?
Yeah.
When he was on his press conference, I seen him speak and I'm like, wow, this was amazing.
Yeah.
Right. And then when I seen Andrew Wiggins speak when they asked him before he taken the vaccine.
But that's not the comparison. But that's not a good comparison.
But after you see Andrew Wiggins, now you can say it's not a good comparison, right?
No, it's not. I don't know.
Why is it not a good?
Never really.
Go ahead.
I mean, just from the level of, you could see Jonathan Isaac was more of a good speaker, was more eloquent.
Yeah. Like Jalen Rose back in the days, like when he was a player. Like you knew Jalen Rose was going right into broadcasting after. Whenever he would do a post-game interview, you're like, this guy's like, wow.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
No, there's no maybe. Like when you seen Jalen Rose do a post-game interview, like you knew, okay, he's going by the desk after this.
True that.
He's awesome. Jalen Rose is awesome.
Jalen Rose is pretty lit. He is pretty lit. He is good.
He's good. He's good. He's good at that stuff. And Shaq was super awesome, just off of charisma alone. You know, not really our eloquence or articulation, but just off of our charisma. He's awesome off of that. You know, special people.
Authentic. He was real, right? And he could laugh at himself, which was good. I watched that documentary the other day on that show. I forget what it was called, but I mean, on NBA on TNT. I forget what the documentary was called, but there was some good stuff on that. There was like a episode for each person, like Kenny, Shaq, stuff like that. Yeah, and then there was like 4 or 5 episodes or something.
I should watch that.
I forget what it was called, but it was there. It was recent, I think, maybe. I think it was more about Ernie, maybe.
Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
I was telling somebody today, we're talking about, you know, TV and shows that we used to watch or shows that we watch, and there was a part of our conversation I was telling them, like, the only things like back in the days that I would watch was Raptors and Making the Band.
Back in the day, Making the Band. Back in the day. That's not even back in the day.
Making the Band? That's back in the day.
Making the Band back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, how long? When the Raptors start? 95. How old are you? Yeah. Sorry.
Making the Band is like 2000s, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, those are the only 2 things I'd watch on TV. Other than that, I wouldn't watch no TV. But now that you're talking about NBA on TNT, I'd watch that. I'd watch that. That's good TV. That is good TV.
You know what I watched religiously is Pardon the Interruption. Will Bond and Court. That's on my record all day, every day, yo.
Funny you say that, because I was looking for something to watch on. I was gonna turn PTI on my YouTube today. I was gonna say, let me watch it, but I didn't turn it on. I didn't turn on the YouTube.
The YouTube. Were you? How was your yesterday, yo? How was your?
The YouTube, the Facebook,
YouTube, yo, the Twitter. How was your yesterday? Did you survive yesterday? How did you feel? You're gonna tell me you were busy cutting hair, but did you feel impacted by the outages in the world?
No, I was busy doing some accounting work, so I didn't even realize.
Oh yeah, right. You weren't cutting hair yesterday.
I was busy doing some accounting work, so it wasn't after until like a girlfriend of mine was like, sent me a meme, right, about, like, you know, just about a whole bunch of different like reactions, people like reacting to things, right? And I was like, I guess the whole thing was about, you know, the internet being shut down, like, or it was WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook being shut down, and like it was a whole bunch of different like crazy reactions of people doing different things, and she's like, which one were you, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about, right? And she's like, well, you know, when it went down, which one were you? I'm like, I didn't even know it went down, you know, because I was busy doing what I was doing. Like, the most I said to her is that I sent my friend a forward on Instagram, and it wasn't working, and I thought it was only because it was like a what's it called, a COVID vaccination post. So I was like, oh well, they had enough of me now. They shut down my account. So then I was like, whatever, you know, and I just left it. Oh, Sean, let me send you some shit, man. Let me send you some shit so you can be on my wavelength. We could chat.
Why? I am on your wavelength. There's different shit, right? That's all.
Let me send you some stuff.
No, I don't want your shit.
You know, I don't need to say. I don't need to say. You know, we could just chat. That's all. We could just chat.
I don't want to be in your chat group, yo. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in that group.
Yeah.
One sec. Commercial break.
Well, it's that time of the year again, October, and we're closing in on the 17th, which will begin the beginning of the genesis of the 2021-22 NBA season. Always starring, the Toronto Raptors. Brought to you by Como Sur Sparkling Wine, a product of Chile. So, how many home games will you go to? How many games do you think the Raptors will win this year? Will they be plus 50, plus 40? Or do you think they'll be down in the basement, hovering around the 20 to 30 mark? I personally think the Raptors are going to finish with a 40-plus season. 40-plus, leaning towards the 50. A pleasant surprise for everybody. A pleasant surprise for all. Let's go, Raptors. Raptors. Como Sur, a combination of Toronto and Chile, found nowhere else other than pizza in the break room. Cheers to you, my friend. Hurry up, buddy. Well,
Yeah.
oh, nice of you to join us. Thank you.
Whatever.
How are you doing there, Mr. Bennett?
You're hilarious. How was
Why?
that commercial?
What's that?
How was that commercial?
Oh, it was a nice long, 3-minute infomercial.
It wasn't that bad.
I think we racked up a couple of dollars over that time span.
True that. I hear you. Oh, jeez. What do you got going on this weekend?
This weekend is, it's Thanksgiving, right? I got invited to a Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. So if I can attend, I will attend. I'm gonna make all my efforts to attend. Should be good.
Why can't you? You might not be able to attend, or you're not sure.
Well, I mean, I gotta see how my childcare situation goes.
True. I mean, that makes sense. Is it supposed to be a big thing?
No. Small thing. I mean, I'll be attending. And then spend the Monday. So that'll be Sunday, and then I'll spend the Monday with my immediate family. What are you gonna do for Thanksgiving?
I don't know, man. Well, the boys coming down.
Okay. That makes 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure we'll do dinner one day, and then I'm told we're going to the movies to watch Venom.
Venom is out? Okay.
I guess. I don't even know if I watched the first Venom, to be honest with you. So
I saw it Saw it at the shop one day.
That's on my docket this weekend to make sure that I watch Venom. Even if, I probably think I must have watched bits and pieces at this point in time, but so I guess we'll see and figure it out. But so they put it in my calendar. That means I'm going. So yeah, some sort of dinner and a movie at some point. Sounds like the plan.
Okay. So what's up with mommy?
I mean, she all right. Right? She's been pretty tough through all of this. Right? She's safe, healthy. Actually, she's supposed to come up. Sean, we were talking about her coming to visit for Thanksgiving. So
okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, do you go down there? You go
usually,
into the city, or
usually one or the other, right? One way or the other.
do you go and she makes stew peas and?
And no, because Thanksgiving's on a Monday. What day is Stoopies? I don't know. What did we say? Stoopies was Stoopies was on.
You said
Sunday
Stoopies was
night or
You said Stoopies was Saturday?
Saturday.
I said
Now
for
I
me,
feel
soup
old.
was Saturday. I think you said you had Stoopies on Saturday. I'm like,
Yeah, whenever
what?
your soup was, yeah, Stoopies on Saturday. So it goes. So yeah, hopefully we can work that out, coordinate everything. Everything feels like coordinating these days, yo. Was that because we're old? I guess everything feels like effort. A lot of it feels like effort.
Of
You gotta
course.
put in the calendar. You gotta this, that, coordinate the other thing, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
No, well, my dog's going haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he'll survive, I'm sure. You don't like pets? You have pets? What kind of pet? What did you have? You had a bird?
Yeah, man.
What was your bird's name again? How many birds did you have?
In my
Couple
time, I
birds?
think I probably had about 4 birds.
4 birds? What was your favorite bird's name?
They all had the
What bird
same name.
Fitz?
No,
What was his name?
they're all named Budgie.
Butch.
All of them were named Budgie. And they all answered to their name. I even had 2 birds at one time, and they're both named Budgie. And they
Like
both knew
Budgie,
when to
Blue
answer to
Budgie,
their
and
particular.
Budgie.
They both knew when to answer to their particular name. If I'm calling Budgie,
Then which one's which?
the other one knows that I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to him.
That's talent.
Yeah, man.
Did you were they the same color?
No. One albino. At that time, one was an albino, and the other one was a Latino. Which means one was white with red eyes and one was yellow, all yellow with red eyes. We gotta laugh, little boy. Let me come over there and dash my champagne on your shirt, guy.
Yeah, you're about to dash champagne on your shirt, it sounds like. But that's okay. Do what you do. That's what they do in London, I heard. What do they call those people in London? What do they call them in London?
Peaky Blinders?
No. You watch that? Did you like that?
I just started watching it last week because I heard it's good.
Like
and then my uncle came by the shop last week and told me that he really liked it. So I just turned it on and said, okay, let me start watching it again.
I made it to episode 2.5. And
that's where I'm at right now, episode 2.5.
And you stopped, right?
Well,
or you ran out of, or something came up.
Something came up, but I just never turned it back. I should have turned it back on today. You know what I mean? But I just never turned it back on.
It's done. Don't do it. You're not going to do it. I don't think you're going to do it, man. You know what? Now you're going to do it because I told you. But if I didn't tell you, we didn't talk about it right now, then you would have not done it. You don't feel, you don't feel compelled to turn it back on, right?
I do, but at the same time, I don't. Like I know it's going to get good because people say it's going to get good, but there was a show that someone told me to watch, and they said, "Yo, it gets good right from the start."
What's that?
And I don't remember now.
Who told you?
I don't even remember who told me.
What the fuck?
I know, right? Who does that?
How are we going to solve this problem?
It's
How
this
are we going to
is
figure out what show it is?
this
How are
one's
we going to
this
figure out what
this
show we need to watch?
nah, this one's gonna be like Tupac and Biggie murder. It's never gonna be solved. I'll never figure it out.
Hi, it's 2021.
Yeah.
Actually, it's either that or the freaking vaccination. So you can talk about Tupac as much as you want. So I'll go for it. You know, theory. Yeah, you have a theory on Tupac and Biggie, and one of them killed you. What happened?
I have no theory on those guys. But
No?
I put in Biggie's Ready to Die. I mean, Life After Death album last on the weekend.
Mm.
Wow,
Kids don't know.
man!
You know what kids don't know
And
about?
I
Really?
kept on saying to Little Fist, I said, "Yo, is this good?" He goes, "This is really good, Dad." I go, and then another song was
He's
on.
like, what about this one?
Yeah, I go, is this good or is it just me? He goes, no, it's good, Dad. I go, yeah, man, this is good. And I was listening, I was like I know it's good, and I'm rapping every single like lyric, and, like the whole thing. I can't help myself, and I'm like, this is good.
Mm.
And I always knew it was good, but like I was like just rapping and driving. I'm like, yo, this is good. The guy is good. Biggie is good.
You know, the lyrics, the production, the beats, just everything was lit.
And
Especially that
I didn't
album, right?
realize how much storytelling like the album was. Like the album was like basically all storytelling.
But that's what he was good at, that, right?
But we know he was good at it. Yeah, but I didn't actually realize the
Yeah,
whole thing was basically storytelling.
right.
So good.
Biggie. What songs are on that album now?
And then when Locks got introduced on that album, that was dope. Like I remember when I first heard that, I was like, what? Who is this? Funny thing is, I didn't know who the Locks was when that album came out. So at that time I couldn't differentiate voices. And I'm like, is everybody like, was this Mace the whole time? I was like, is this Mace?
Mm.
Like each guy is like, is this Mace? Because they sounded totally different than Biggie.
No, there's pure songs on this album. That's right. Checking the song list.
Huh?
I'm listening. I was just checking the song list. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
It's pure tune.
So yeah, like it didn't take, and it took me a long while to differentiate the voices between the Locks after I realized like none of those guys were Mace, because they kind of had a little bit of the same flow. What you got there? I can't hear it. Oh,
real cash, me and Biggie and the models be shipping next to did it, and Parada be stuck. You can't got the see in the watches be on type of shit.
Being broke spices and I grown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite songs on the album. Run up in the club.
Biggie. Dun 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 dun. Hypnotize. People didn't like Hypnotize at first. They thought it was too wild, but after a while, you gotta like it.
Yeah, that was good in the clubs. Them times I'm doing MC work for Essence Sound Crew.
Clubs are so different now. Not even now. Like I'm just even before compared to how they were back in the day. Compared to how they were pre-COVID, pre-bottle service, pre that stuff. I know you probably always went to places with bottle service.
No. You talking about beer Heineken?
Pure bottle service before
Beer
pre-bottle
Heineken and what did we say the other day? Long Island iced teas. The Blue Lagoons.
Oh shit! Yeah. Back in the day, yeah, it was different back in the day, right? So
What's up with is Debo still around?
Evo, I don't know. I haven't seen Debo in years.
Yeah.
Debo. I wonder, everybody's got a Debo, right? We actually had a real Debo, but still, we had a real life Debo. Some people might have had some fake Debo. We had a real life Debo. Debo. Shit, son.
I just thought of him because I remember when I used to go listen to Essence Sound Crew at Bubble Lounge.
Mm.
You remember that?
Bubble Lounge.
In Yorkville?
Okay. Is that what it's called? That's not what it was called. What was it
Mhm.
before that? Was it always Bubble Lounge?
Bubble Lounge. I don't know what it's called after that or nothing, but I know Bubble Lounge.
I don't remember that then. Personally, but I didn't, I was playing basketball. America did that last week. I was too busy playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
See, you're up in the club, man. You're in the club.
Same night, same fight. But one of us cats ain't playing right. I let you tell it.
You tell it. Trigger. I don't know why people don't like Jay-Z. How can you not like Jay-Z is my real question. You cannot be your cup of tea, but you can't say he's shit.
No one can say he's shit.
No, but people say that. People
No one
say
can
he's
say
got
he's
no
shit.
lyrics. People say he doesn't have lyrics.
He's amazing, but he's not my cup of
You
tea.
can't. People say, yo, he's not top 10. Okay, no, people.
That's
like,
dumb.
That's
dumb.
again,
He's one of the best ever, but I still don't listen to him.
right.
But when he's
Right.
on, I don't turn him off because it's good shit coming. You know what I mean? Like he's good. He's good. Just not what I listen to.
Right. Well, some people can't handle that stuff, right? It's a world of this was the one thing I was going to write on my list. I didn't write it on my list. Now I remembered because it just came naturally. It's a world of like yes and no, right? One side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like Jay-Z, you suck. Or you know what I mean? Uh-oh. Hang on. This is my list. That's that's the world we fucking live in, bro. That's like the world is so, what's the word everybody's using now? What's the polarized? Right? Everything is like you either have to like it or not like it. You have to fucking be pro or anti. You have to be this or this or that. There's no, if you don't do that, then somebody's got a problem with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people find it, as much as people find it easy to relate to me because I'm able to be like, oh, I see your point of view. I can appreciate that. Cool, whatever. And there's still people that can't handle it because it's still, well, this should be how it is. This should be how it is. This should be how it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, through all whatever the hell we talk about, that's my ish. My ish is like, why does it have to be like, it doesn't have to be so polarizing. Like we can agree on something. Like there's people that just don't agree with me on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm vaccinated, for example. So they just don't agree with me on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't talk to you because I'm vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what my reason is. All that matters is that I'm vaccinated.
And nothing else you say has any merit.
Has any merit, just as much as but they expect me to say, here are all the reasons why you shouldn't be vaccinated. And I'm supposed to say, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Right? The people that I can be down with are the people, again, like yourself, that I can say, you can tell me until you're blue in the face, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I feel this way. And I'm going to say, all right, cool. I get it, whatever. But it's the people that are just fucking won't listen to a thing. Right? I don't want to be around you now because you're vaccinated, because your skin cells are gonna make you vaccinated too. Like, you know, that like bullshit, like that kind of stuff. I don't have time for that shit, right? But again, because same way, I will see, talk to, speak with somebody that's unvaccinated. Like this, there's certain things that just everything, like it's so finite. Everything's finite now, right? There's no middle. You don't even have to get to the middle. You don't even have to get to the middle. There's no give, no give and take. Remember, I think we did something on that shit. No give, no fucking take. That's the real problem with everything.
Some people are just stuck in the ways that they are. Some people aren't about compromise. Some people aren't about understanding. Some people aren't about that there are other ways to live in the world. I was going to go somewhere else with this just a while ago, but as I was speaking, it reminded me of last week I was watching, as I was working, I came across this debate of high school kids, right? And it was a series of different debates, and each debate was about 25 minutes long. And this was taking place back in 1954. And there were representatives from different countries. So what they were exchange students who came to America. And it seems like on their last couple of days of their experience in America, they ended up on this show where they would debate about different topics, whether it be racism, whether it be about religion, whether it be about communism, so like people from like Nigeria, Ghana, Pakistan, Thailand, Iceland, Norway, Belgium, you know what I mean? All these different kids, 60 from ages 15 to like 17, right? And hearing you speak right now, it made me think of like, there are people, like, if you hear some of these kids talking about their stances, like some of them are just very indoctrinated and will not bend or fold to the idea of anything else, because what they know is what they know, you know what I mean? And nothing else makes sense to them. But then as you're speaking, I was going to bring you to another conversation about one of my clients that all he talks about is old school is the best way. But there was this one kid in the debate. I call him kid, but he's like this is 1954, he's 17. Like, but anyways, he was a Muslim, right? And as far as I know, maybe I don't have enough information on this, but as far as I know, with Muslims, you're either Muslim or you're not. Like, you can only be Muslim,
right?
Like of my understanding of the religion, maybe it's the fundamentalist way. It's like, maybe I'm talking crazy right now and very well misinformed, but my understanding is like fundamentalist Muslim is like, you're either Muslim or you don't deserve to live. Right?
I'm taking your word for it. I'm taking your word for it.
Right?
I'm listening.
And maybe I'm misinformed, right? But like you need to be like, the whole thing with Muslims, like you need to be Muslim.
All right.
Right? So there's a part in the conversation, that in the debate that they were having, there was a Muslim, a Hindu, a Christian, and a Buddhist. So the Muslim was Pakistan, the Hindu was India, the Buddhist was a woman, a girl from Thailand, and the Christian was a guy from England. Right. So it came down to at one part of the conversation, the moderator asked the Muslim kid, do you think that Muslim is the only way, or there could be other ways of religion? And then he said, I don't think that Muslim is the only way. Like, maybe, we could take parts of different religions, good parts of different religions, and maybe I'll make it one. Oh,
right.
No. I think the question was, should the whole world be Muslim? that type of thing, you know, like should everybody adopt the Muslim faith? He's like, no, we don't need to everybody be the same thing because it wouldn't be good. But maybe if we take one piece of this religion and piece of this religion, and to me, it didn't make any sense. It made sense. It made absolute sense what he was saying, but it didn't make sense for someone who believes that their religion to be saying we should take parts of other religions and add, you know, to make a good religion. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if it was a Christian saying this, it doesn't make sense for me to be hearing them saying we should be taking parts of this religion and this religion and this religion. Because if you're a Christian, then really what you think is that you're trying to convert. As a Christian, you're supposed to be doing, what do they call it? Not missionary work, but like what the Jehovah's Witness do. What do you call it when you go?
Nicky Nine Door.
Essentially, Nicky Nine Door. What is it? What's that called again? Anyways, doing, you know, going out there and just spreading the gospel.
Yeah.
If you're spreading your religion, you're not looking for ideals from other religions to incorporate into your religion. You like, if you're a Christian, you believe that, you know, you should be spreading your religion so that.
But isn't it all the same shit?
Isn't
it kind of?
But whether it is
paraphrasing all the same shit.
Whether it is or not, right? So what I'm saying is that as someone who's takes the religion serious, nothing, like, for instance, you're a Christian, you're like, there's no salvation unless you come through God, right? It's not, there's no salvation unless you, like, let's find some of this Hindu stuff and bring it in, and let's find some of this Muslim stuff and bring it in, and then maybe we can see some salvation that way. You know what I mean? Like, right? So I guess to get back to what you were saying in regards to people, I don't even know how I'm gonna tie it all in, but essentially, what I'm saying is that when I was listening to that debate, it was kind of interesting because there were certain people that were stuck in their stances, you know what I mean, about who they were and what they were about. And then when I heard this Muslim boy say, maybe we should take some of this religion and some of this religion, and just my whole idea of Muslims was that they're very
stuck in
their way. But then he was, I guess, he sounded very idealistic. You know, he sounded very like, there's more out there. Let's listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't know if he went home and got beaten from his parents or from his, you know, from his country leader. You know, like, what are you on the TV talking about? You know, but it just sounded like someone that you'd ideally think is stuck in their convictions, but he was very open to different ideas. You know what I mean?
So who's that? The vaxxer or the anti-vaxxer?
It's both. You know what I mean? Like, it's both, because, for instance, this morning I had a conversation with a young guy, and he was all about, you know, the vaccine and you know how it, you know, just trusting in the science and you know it, you know, the layers of protection and everything that I said. He goes, yeah, but you know, maybe you know, it'll keep people safe and da 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 da. He was totally just, this is the thing to do. This is the way it should be. And I wasn't trying to convince him otherwise. You know what I mean? I was definitely not trying to convince him otherwise. But I was, you know, as he was saying stuff, I was kind of like saying stuff. So we were having a conversation, right? And my intention was not to say, bro, you're dumb. Like, you guy, like, you don't even know. Yeah, like, that wasn't the conversation I was having. We were just having conversation, you know what I mean? And every time I said something, he would say something to say, but, you know, like, I want to protect the grandma, and, you know, and this is the best way to protect the grandma because the government said, and, you know, like, but then, you know, it's funny if you're saying the government said, but then the government also said this and da 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 da. And he goes, yeah, but right now, you know, the best way to kind of, you know, keep people safe is this and this and I knew he was in his way. I wasn't here to try to convince him another way. I was just here having a conversation with him. And it just, we just conversed until I was able to kind of bring it somewhere else because,
Right.
you know what I mean?
So how I don't know. So how does that tie into like the whole, so is that good, or is that good only because he moved your way, or is that good because he was open?
No, he never moved my way. He never moved my
I
way.
mean,
But
he
I
heard
just,
it.
hmm?
He just heard your way.
Yeah, he was hearing me. He was
Yeah.
hearing me, but it's not like I wasn't trying to convince him anything. You know what I mean? I was just like just talking and just like
Yeah.
showing like, just showing him like my reasoning. You know what I mean? For not. I was showing him my reasoning for not. He's showing me his reasoning for.
Mm,
And it wasn't like us trying to convince each other that we should change our stance.
right.
Right. So
No, that makes sense.
it was neither good nor bad. And if I say anything, it was good that it's good that he's made a decision in his life, that he knows why he made his decision and he's standing behind his decision, and he is firm in his understanding of why he made his own decision. So it's good. It's good that he knows why he made a decision he made, right? What's unfortunate, what I feel sad about is for people who go to get their vaccine crying. You know what I mean? People who go to sit down crying to get their vaccine because
Why are they crying?
they don't want to get it, but they have
You
no
know people that
choice.
you know a lot of, and I'm not trying to, people like that.
Yeah, I know people like that. I don't know a lot of people like that, but I don't personally know a lot of people like that, but I know people like that. But also I've seen,
The
videos of
impact of
people,
that. Yeah.
seen videos of people like that. And I know people like that. I'm not gonna say
Mm,
everybody I know like, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is so annoying. Oh, this is so annoying.
mm,
You know what I mean? People
mm,
like I know. So when I say crying, I don't know a lot of people crying. I know some people crying. I don't know a lot of people crying to go get their vaccine, but I know a lot of people saying, fuck,
mm,
oh, this is so annoying. I want to do this,
mm.
man. I wish I didn't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like that. And I just pray that nothing adverse happens to them, because that sucks if you don't want to do it and it makes you do it and then something.
So how many do you know people that have had adverse effects?
I've heard, I personally don't know anybody that's had adverse effects, but I know people that know people that have had adverse effects, but there's no one close to me that has had one.
Had adverse effects from like taking a shot,
Mm-hmm.
mm, taking this shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people, I don't know, It's interesting though. It's interesting times. And don't get me wrong, I've been like, had like a couple realizations, like, damn, oh no, you can't. No, you can't go with me. No, you can't go with me. Oh, could this person go with me? No, shit, that person can't go with me either.
Mm-hmm.
You, all right, I've been a little bit of that, I guess. So I see that. Um, yeah, it's just, I mean, I acknowledge that it's just crazy times right now. And I know people that are like same as you, like, fuck, I gotta take it now. And or people like, because and you know, piece of it for me maybe is those people. So see you,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're different because I think you knew all this was coming, but you knew where you were going to stand on it, right?
Mm.
That's one type of person. I think there's also a type of person that is saying fuck now, but like it's like, well, what the fuck did you think? Right? Did they think something different was going to happen? Understanding that they wanted to hold out, or they didn't want to do it if they didn't have to versus hold out, right? They didn't want to do it if they didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
You have enough wherewithal to know like this, you knew this was coming. This is why you're not happy, because you knew this was coming,
Mm-hmm.
right? For me, it's to the person that is now being like, fuck, okay, fine, I'll do it now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying, right? In
Mm-hmm.
terms of just, not in terms of they had to do it or whatever, just in straight terms of, okay, well, fuck, if you were gonna do it now anyways, then you should have did it. Can appreciate it. I almost feel, it's almost more points for you in terms of, right, more in terms of somebody of your ilk that is knowing this still knows that this is where they stand on it, as opposed to the person that is like, all right, fine, I'm gonna get it
Mm.
now, right? So if that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I mean on that is there's that demographic of people that I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? Okay.
Well, you know what, Roy?
Because those people aren't the same as, I guess, from even from your perspective, you, in terms of, right, this is for you, this is how I feel, this is how I stand. You can't tell me nothing, not necessarily ignorantly about it, necessarily, and it's not, you know, you're not hog wild about it, right? You stand by it. There's a difference. And then, yeah, then to that other person, it's like, oh shit, well, if this was as much conviction as you've had, right? Or you're
Mhm.
gonna have, then what was the point of the little bit of conviction that you wanted to put forward there? You should have known this. Were you hoping for the best? Sure. Right? That's like me, like me, I'm like, fuck, man, where do I fucking beep? Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Beep. Let me beep.
Mm.
Let me get it right?
Mhm.
No shame in that. Yeah, but saying like this, so
As you're
that
speaking right now, it just makes me think like, yo, the house always wins, House always wins.
it seems like it,
So
right?
as you speak about, like me like having my conviction and my stance and whatnot, and I'm thinking, just thinking like Trudeau went and announced like, he bought 30 million doses for
Mm.
next year, 30 million for the year after, and 60 million for 2024.
Is that on your list?
Yo, he didn't buy it for show. He bought it to make
No.
sure everybody is taken.
Mm-hmm.
And he made sure he called his election early so that he knows that he's going to be in office 2024, that he's reaping the benefits of all this. You know what I'm saying? But saying that, if there's 60 million doses for 2024, they're gonna make sure a guy like me has his dose.
But well, see, that's where I was giving you more credit.
You know what I
Maybe.
mean? Like the house wins, the house always wins. So I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm cool right now. What decisions can I make to make sure that I avoid this? You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
even if I avoid this, I got children that may not be able to avoid it
Mm.
if they want to
Mm.
participate in society. I'm done participating in society. You know what I'm saying? My like what means anything to me is not the same as what means something to my teenage child. You know what I mean?
So, um, very high level, right? some high level. What if let's say trips is like, you're wild, homie. I'm gonna go get my shot.
Mhm.
And when let's just go further. So once he's 18, right? And then what? You're and again very high level, right? Like you're just what do you think? How do you process that?
I tell you this. I tell you this. He doesn't want to take it, right? But also, he wants to participate in what he's participating in,
Mm.
right? I don't want him to take it.
Mm.
But also, who am I to stop him from participating in what he wants to participate in? Right? Like
He
I
has
tell
enough.
you,
He has enough wherewithal. I know trips enough. He has enough wherewithal to be able to balance most of this too, right? Yeah, right. Okay. I'm just saying that to level set myself as you're talking. Right?
right? So, like for instance, we've been given notice that in the next couple of weeks, the boys on his
Mm.
team need to be vaccinated for them to continue participating because
Mm.
they're moving indoors and whatnot.
Mm.
He's like torn up about it because he doesn't want to take the vaccine. But he also knows that his future, you know what I mean? Like moving
Aspirations.
his inspirations depend on him participating, right? I don't want him to take it, but who am I to stop him from making these decisions? For instance,
How much?
I'll say this. When I was 15, and this is something I reflected on that kind of made me say, who am I?
Mm.
Right? Because when I was 15, the doctor told me that I have an irregular heartbeat. Right? The doctor said, you should not play sports anymore. Because if you continue playing, you could die. Right? And I left the doctor's office and I went to the basketball court. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you're that age, you know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to participate. Doctor said, you continue playing, you could possibly die. And I'm like, okay, pass the ball.
Yeah.
So right now, even me having that memory last week made me say to myself, who am I to say you're not taking it? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know who I was at 15 and how I felt about me participating when I was participating in.
Right.
It's
And
like,
what it would have meant. What it would have meant if somebody told you you couldn't participate.
yeah, you kill me then. I don't want to. What am I doing here? Kill me.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know how much
Yeah.
sports meant to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm to tell him that he can't take it and he knows that him not taking it means he can't participate, then so I'm saying to myself, who am I to tell him? So now it's like I gotta leave that up to him, like leave that decision up to him, really.
And whose fault is that now? It's the government.
Yeah. They know. Government's tearing apart families over this. Governments are using the family to kind of to help mandate this thing.
My neighbor just told me. So he was like, "Oh, I'm going across the way to watch his granddaughter play basketball."
In the gym at
I'm
the
like, "Oh,
school.
yeah." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Let me know." He's like, "I don't know if you can go." I was like, "Wait, what?" Because he knows I'm vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh yeah." So each player can only have like two people inside at the game
Mm-hmm.
because of the thing. I'm like, I can't just go. I was like, he's like, yeah, you'd have to like go with another I'm like, okay, well, I don't have time for that shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these. It doesn't mean that much to me. I'm just gonna come and sit in the stands and watch some basketball, right? So even that shit, like how's that work? Like, how does that work for you?
Well,
Right?
right now, like I'm learning that moving forward,
Hmm.
you can't be vaccinated to. Yeah, I mean, you cannot watch unless you're vaccinated, right?
Hmm.
Even that tears me apart because my whole thing is I just want to see him perform. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like seeing him perform is one of like my greatest joys in life.
Hmm.
Just seeing him just perform is one of my greatest joys in life. You know what I mean? So it's like
Hmm.
even that, is it's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so layers, right? That's layers. That's a lot of layers to that shit. So yeah, like I mean, I get it. I really do.
And
It's
again, like
just
I say, the house always wins, bro. So it's like I'm wondering, like I'm standing here steadfast, but who knows what they say and when they say it, that makes me have to really. But you know what? Them bumbo clat.
COVID, your mama.
Cool with your mama. Your backside.
COVID, your mama. Yo, but yeah, no, see, but that's where it's just like you see the weight of it at like every step almost, right? And then there's bits, pieces where you don't see it, where it's just natural, for me, because I make my own decisions. But to your point, right now, your son wants to play sports. In order to play sports, to be inside, in order for you to watch, it's just like it. It is. I agree that the method being utilized is just like like slow water drip in terms of right in terms of yeah, you know what, you don't have to get vaccinated. Like I get that, I understand the method, I see that, I called out that method, and I said that a very long time ago. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to have to this, but you're going to have, in order to do stuff, that's what they can tell you. They can tell you, a business can tell you, no, blah 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 blah, all the stuff that we're seeing now. And that part about it does suck, and that part about it does make it hit people in different ways, or hit families in different ways. um, I don't know, for me, from a technically, even with my living situation, right? So it's me and my kids, and I guess it really wouldn't necessarily matter if they weren't vaccinated to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right. So it's also different based on their age and things like that. For you at an age where, like, if for example, if they wanted to participate in something, like, that's either their decision to participate in, and not based on their decision to be vaccinated or not, and it has
Mm-hmm.
no bearing on what I want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, okay, they're old, I'm not going to go watch their fucking intramural
Mm-hmm.
intramural sports game type shit. But again, there's a whole other layer when you have a kid, right, in sports that wants to play. It's just another way, again, that that government is just hitting you with the got you here. How about now, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about now, right? How about now? So again, I appreciate it. I'm just on the side of please don't. No, my head hurts. Don't squeeze my neck like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, that hurt. Stop it. Mm-hmm. Right, you know what I mean? Though I was like, okay, cool, got me. I don't like that. So that's different. It's interesting, and it's tough. That's the other problem is, again, for me, right? So the same way that I'm like, you do what you do, but I can see it's just like, I understand the difficulty for people. I understand the fuckery. I understand. I've had people impacted. I've had people impacted by COVID. I've seen people not vaccinated impacted by COVID and survive. Cool. I've seen people not vaccinated and impacted by COVID and struggle, through it. So, man, I guess my fucking message is, why can't we all just fucking get along and be nice to each other at the very least? There's certain people we should be upset at, but I'm not going to yell at you because of whatever. And right, that's all I struggle with. It's just I'm still thinking about the Tim Hortons lady getting yelled at for no reason. Right? I mean, and you could tell me it's for a reason, but no. Ask to speak to the manager. Hey, can I speak to your manager? I think this is some bullshit. Can you make that complaint? Obviously, it'll be different. There won't be as much impact unless the manager does their job, right? But fuck, man. Again, when you go to Walmart, they're gonna ask you to put on your mask. So as soon as they say, "Can you put on your mask?" You can't just start yelling right away. And maybe if they call security and they make a big deal of it, then start yelling. But fuck, just you put on your mask, fucking motherfucker, like nah, like stop.
It might be, can you put on your mask? Like, no. Okay, all right. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've actually seen that. Right. I was at, I forget where and this was maybe a little bit before, like it's been a little bit more stringent. So like a couple months ago, but they walked in and they asked him to put on a mask, and he says, "No, I didn't have to put on a mask." And then the guy just, there wasn't a confrontation. They called to whoever. I remember hearing an announcement on the speaker, right? Code whatever. And whatever happened after that, well, they didn't shut shit down. They didn't yell at nobody. Because he was just like, I have this. He didn't yell. Right? He didn't hoot and holler. He just did it. And I was like, oh, fucking whatever. Okay. At least he didn't yell at the fucking person. So good to go. Anyways, so it goes.
But you don't know. Maybe you were in the canned goods aisle by the time he was yelling at the person.
Maybe. Right?
Or in a cereal.
Or maybe everything went well, and somebody came up to him and said, "All right, can you go into this? Can you go into lane 12, please?" Maybe, right? Maybe now that, because at the beginning there wasn't a process for much shit. There wasn't protocol for a lot of this shit. Maybe there's a protocol for some of it now, right? So just a lot of it is be easy, right? It's even like, fuck, like I said, right? What do I want to do right now? I just want to beep. I went to, like what I said, I went to the Thai Cats game. I beep, but no, I had to like, all right, here, see this? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. See this? Okay. And here's
what
my,
is it?
okay.
That's your
my receipts.
Your receipts.
All right. But no, I don't want to do that. See, me, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. That's my resistance. Fuck that shit, man. It's what it is. So it go. We should do a pop-up, yo.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. We should do a pop-up.
Where?
Yeah, exactly. That too. I think it might be time for the Twitch.
Let's do it.
I'll play with that. I'll bandy about that in my head really quick.
Actually, I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you, but I was going to tell you to set up an account.
Okay.
I was going to tell you to set up an account.
It'll be good for coming up anyways, right? So can't hurt. See how it goes. What else you got on your list?
You think the goat got vaccinated?
Who?
The goat behind you.
I think so. Which one? That one?
The one in the bottom. There's only one goat.
What do you mean?
That guy's not the goat.
Which guy?
That guy in your hand there, he's not the GOAT.
Come on.
Come on.
Told you 96 that I came to take this shit, and I did. Handle my biz. Handle my biz.
You're lucky. He's lucky Biggie died. Or there'd
Come on,
be no
don't say that,
Jay-Z.
man. Come on, say that. Didn't you hear that? Didn't you hear that song that you were just jamming to? I love the dough. Why can't see what I mean? Such a fucking absolute world. Why can't it? Why does it have to be one or the other?
It couldn't possibly be.
Why it has to be one or the other? Why couldn't it be pure double albums? Pure bare double albums, yo.
No.
Edition. Brooklyn's finest number 34. Why not? Why couldn't we have that?
Because there's only one king in New York.
I guess. I don't do, I'm not even having this conversation.
Don't, because
You can't. All I can tell you is
this guy should thank Puffy for killing Biggie.
No, I'm not going to talk like that. That's bad talk, man. That's bad juju talk. See, that's you anti-vaxxer people talk, yo.
That is follow the money talk.
Yo, Jigga.
That's follow the money talk.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Why
Calm down. Stop it. Calm down.
Why when
Stop
Tupac
it.
is leaving?
Guy, you're gonna make me take a commercial. You're gonna make me take a commercial.
No commercial break. Talk.
You're gonna go on a monologue. You know what? Talk. You know what? You have to talk. All right? You have to talk. I'm going on
a hungry strike. No, if you go, I'm going on a hungry strike.
Right now? No. Preach to the people about this story that you have right now. Because now
I needed to interject. I needed to say, and I could say, and then I could.
No, I'm going to
I needed to batter. I needed to put batteries in me.
Oh, well, fuck. You do whatever you do.
So when you put me on mute, does that mean that you can't hear me, or does that mean you can hear me, or does that mean I just can't hear you? Because
I can hear you.
Yeah,
you can't hear me. That's why I always hear your commercials.
Okay, because that's
what I'm saying. Man.
Yeah, you go do what you're doing. Because all I'm saying is that why is it that when Tupac was getting ready to leave Death Row and start his own euthanasia label, he meets his demise? Why is it that when Biggie was getting ready to start his own label, Junior Mafia label with Undias, he meets his demise? Because the two guys that were making money from them the most were going to lose out on their cash cows. If I ain't making no money, ain't nobody making no money. Now, it's unfortunate that we lost two great artists that were getting ready to do great independent things by themselves. One company kind of perished when one of the artists became deceased, but another company decided thrived because they had put some backing behind some good artists, some good young talent. But yeah, all I'm saying is that if Biggie didn't perish, there would be no room for Jigga Jigga, y'all.
I haven't listened to most of that crap. But how's it going to end with hating on Jigga?
Not hating.
And when I say crap, I don't mean crap. I just mean how did it turn into crap? Because it ended up like that. Again, why couldn't they both thrive?
It wouldn't.
Jay-Z and Kanye are both billionaires.
Yeah, but hip hop wasn't that commercialized as it is now. See, you see where hip hop is right now?
Yeah.
Hip hop wouldn't be there if Tupac was alive.
What do you mean?
It took for the death of Tupac for
Oh,
hip hop to be catapulted into the commercialization that it is now. Tupac was the head of hip hop. It may not have seemed like he was the head of hip hop to you.
to who?
To you.
What are you trying to? What kind of rankiness is this, yo? What kind of? Carry on. I'm listening.
Tupac was the head of hip hop. Like he was what was happening. Now, to people in New York who appreciated Biggie and the New York rappers, they may not see so. But out of New York, Tupac was everything. Right? And his form of music was too militant, too anti-government, to everything that was against, to everything that wouldn't work with commercialization of hip hop.
But I mean, rap was anti-government in general. And
Yeah,
I like
but
Tupac. But I like Tupac, right?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Tupac's not my favorite rapper. I like Tupac, right?
Mhm.
You know, right? Like I like Tupac. You know that.
Mhm.
So I want everybody else to know that as well. But I mean, rap was militant at those times. Rap wasn't commercial at those times. It was those people that were those. So who else was around? Snoop Dogg
Mhm.
around them
Mhm.
time. Dr. Dre around them time.
Mhm.
Eminem
No, he wasn't around.
coming. He's
He
coming.
wasn't even coming.
Come on.
No, he wasn't even coming.
Okay, maybe it's not relatively speaking.
Not even.
Well, right. Okay, there's a different. You're right. You're right. I'll rephrase.
Look, like Eminem didn't
No,
exist.
you're right.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of an age gap there. I was just thinking for me because it's all in the same, like I was mismatching a
It's
little
all
bit.
in the same.
But it's over here too.
Yes,
But
yeah.
it's over here too. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But some of those people are still around.
Right.
A little bit. Like so, Snoop's still around.
Right.
Dre's still around.
Snoop is the catapult for commercialization.
Right. Sure. I mean, yeah.
So if there's still a Tupac,
yeah.
if there's still a Tupac and he's around Snoop's not performing the commercial, the type of music he's performing when Tupac's dead.
I mean, maybe.
Tupac is F this, F that, F this, F the government, F the president, F this senator.
Tupac. Okay. We all like
F Bad Boy, F Biggie, F Jay-Z, F Nas, F you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, commercial.
Tupac?
Yeah.
I
Pepsi,
mean,
right?
Nothing that I heard, nothing that I seen.
No Pepsi. He didn't have Pepsi commercial.
The movies, but commercials. I don't know. Maybe he had some commercials.
No, but right. So he didn't move like only to
right?
say.
Mm-hmm.
Only to say. At some point, so it's not that he was commercial. I'm not saying he was commercial.
Who?
Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's at some point you become commercial, not because you change. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a reason that Tupac was able to be in movies that were legitimate, and you know what I mean. There was a reason that. So again, you can become commercial and not be commercial. There again, it was more about his authenticity, right? And people just regardless his authenticity shone through anything else. So yes, he was like fuck this and fuck that, but he was also in the movies, right? And I'm sure on the red carpet there was a fuck you here and there, but I'm also sure on the red carpet that he also was smart enough to understand he was on the red carpet, and this was what was going to help catapult him further. And some people might take that as being commercial or whatever, or is that keeping opportunity? Like, he was a smart guy, you know what I mean? Like, he might have been from the hood, he might have been thug life, but there was a reason that thug life was in movies, and that was to Tupac himself's credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, as much as you say, because of his death, then other people could be commercial, I just don't see it that way in those terms. I see it as commercial is whatever's hitting. And yes, there's a grander commercial, but there are certain people that, regardless of who they are, what they do, blah, 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 whatever it is they become the commercial regardless. Again, this is more credit to Tupac himself than anything else, from my perspective.
I don't see Tupac's style, his being, his aura, his energy being commercially digestible to American households.
He forces it through his art, through his authenticity. Not that he forces it. Not that he forces it. Not that he. Not there's no sellout in saying that. I'm saying he is who he is, never changed who he was. That was his authenticity.
Yeah.
But through that,
okay, so this is what I'm saying.
He made people still watch. He forced people to still focus on him and his talent, as opposed to the fuck you, fuck that, fuck this.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. He's commercial enough to sell albums, right? At the time, like with whatever aura and essence, and he could commercial enough to sell albums. He could sell a movie, even though it's not an A-list movie, it's like a B-list movie, whatever, right? He's not selling A-list movies like Independence Day, right? Like, or 6 Degrees of Separation, like Will Smith. He's selling.
But he would have been.
He's selling gangster films, right?
Poetic Justice ain't no fucking gangster.
But Poetic Justice is before Tupac became notorious.
No, he was always a gangster, and then this is what I'm saying.
No. Poetic Justice Tupac is different than gang-related movie Tupac and Gridlock Tupac. Gridlock Tupac and gang-related Tupac, he's with Death Row now. Poetic Justice is before he's with Death Row.
So then, influenced by Death Row as opposed to authentic Tupac?
Definitely influenced
man's by a poet, right? Man's a poet.
Definitely influenced by the circle. What I'm saying is he's super militant, right? That's not digestible to America, right? So what I'm saying is
he was around militant, right? His mom's was all up there.
That's fine.
He was exposed to it.
Yes,
and he came of it.
That's right.
But he also came through.
That's part of his thread, right?
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is that Tupac being alive doesn't allow hip hop to be as commercialized as it is right now.
Maybe.
No, because he's leading hip hop in a direction. When Tupac dies, Puffy now is able to take hip hop in a different direction. Shiny suits, dance, let's have fun. Snoop Dogg is now like the front of it, and he's not doing gangster music as much as he was when he was in his original days. When he's with Tupac, now he's doing fun music, and he's doing music that can help you sell a Cadillac. He's doing music that can help you sell AT&T. Like, they're using his music now. You know what I'm saying? They're using they're making commercial music to sell commercial products to America. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So hip hop, Tupac dies, hip hop becomes more digestible. People start making more digestible music. Whereas if hip hop's alive, if Tupac's alive, you start making that music, Tupac is hitting out on you. He's like, yo, what you doing? Sell out?
Maybe.
Sell out and he's doing Hit 'em
Maybe.
Up Part 2 on you. You know what I mean? He's doing Hit 'em Up Part 3.
Maybe. It's debatable, I guess, right?
No, it's not. It's not debatable. It's just the way it's the direction he was going.
I mean,
with
it's
who he,
debatable.
it's who he was. And then
I
and
see-
then and then and if Snoop Dogg is still aligned with Tupac, Snoop Dogg is gonna make music that's aligned with what Tupac was doing because Tupac was leading the charge.
Maybe.
But then when Tupac dies, Snoop Dogg is able to leave Death Row, start creating different type of music. Puffy is making shiny suit music. Jay-Z comes in and he becomes commercial after he started making shiny suit music.
Tracy gonna make shiny suit music, yo.
Want you to
Fuck
be
is
my
that?
sunshine.
Yeah, that's not shiny suits, yo.
He was wearing a shiny suit in the video.
He
It was a
was not
shiny
wearing
video. What are you
He was not
talking
wearing
about?
a shiny. Well, fuck it. Those times, lots of things were shiny, but he wasn't
Because
wearing a shiny
Puffy
suit.
started setting the direction,
All right, but okay,
making stuff
still,
more digestible and palatable for all of America. He's like, I just want the streets. I want everybody to enjoy this stuff.
So that's bad. Because
What
you're
I'm
saying
saying-
it like it's bad. You're
What
saying it
I'm
like it's a
saying,
bad thing.
no,
No,
we're having
no,
a
I'm
conversation
not.
about Tupac and his impact on the music and on the impact of the
Right.
direction of where things are. And I'm saying if Tupac's still
Not
alive,
where-
hip hop is not where it is
no,
now, as
maybe,
commercialized.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I mean,
What do you-
maybe, bro. Like maybe.
What do
We
you
don't
mean
know.
maybe?
We don't know. Maybe because if we would say that Tupac's message,
If there's no
was
Tupac,
correct.
if Tupac stays alive, there's no Obama.
because maybe it's Tupac, right?
No, it's
So
not gonna be
would he
Tupac.
would he be commercial if he was the president?
No, there's no
Because you would hate on him if he was
there's
the
no
president
room
too.
for black people the way that there's room for black people now. If Tupac doesn't die,
I'm not even gonna.
you don't have to.
No, I'm not going to.
Hip hop has a large impact on the digestibility of black people in America, in North America.
Hip hop has a large whatever digestibility we're talking about of America just in general, not just the black folk. It probably has more influence on the non-black folk than it has on
That's what I said.
black folk, to be honest.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
Hip hop has a large digestibility of black people on America.
There's
So
black people in
America is
America.
able to digest black people because of hip hop.
Now,
North America is able to, so North America, including Canada, hip hop allows,
North America, not including Canada.
no, yeah, including Canada, hip hop allows black people to be digested.
How's your bottle, yo? It's empty? I can
Nah.
tell.
Can you see it?
Mm-mm. I can tell it's almost empty. I can see it now.
There you go.
Yeah. Bro. The point is that if you're good enough,
Mm-hmm.
you become
Mm-hmm.
the commercial.
No.
Not that you
No.
No, you know, let me finish. Not that you turn. So again, I'm not saying that Tupac did anything different. I'm saying that all of a sudden, everybody was turned into Tupac. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever you thought about it. This is what you're like. The guy did a fucking Powerade commercial, bro.
Who did?
Or he's in a Powerade commercial.
Who's that?
Tupac.
What are you talking about?
Powerade. I Googled it. Google thing in Powerade. Don't quote me on it. Just Google it because it's the first thing that came up. No, I don't even Google it. We'll cut that. It's a Derrick Rose. It's a Derrick Rose commercial with Tupac in it. Anyways.
Derrick Rose and Tupac?
Yeah.
They were alive at the same time?
Derrick Rose commercial with some Tupac narration. Yeah, narration. Poem. Poetry.
Oh, okay.
Poetry.
Okay, so like posthumous,
Poetry.
posthumous stuff.
Posthuman. All I'm saying is All I'm saying, man, I ain't selling, because see, the way that you say it,
Mhm,
right,
mhm,
is that if somebody else was trying to say it the way that you were saying it,
mhm.
right? If somebody else was trying to paraphrase for what you were saying,
Yeah.
all they would say is, "Yo, Tupac wasn't a sellout guy." That's
Mm-mm.
how. Yeah, no.
No.
But no, I'm not. Hang on, man. That's what they would say from hearing what you would say, referring to my comment related to commercial, right?
Mm-mm.
It's just like Snoop Dogg's in commercial. Would it
Mhm.
be a different commercial? Would there be different stuff happening in the commercial? Maybe, but he'd be in commercials.
No.
Oh yeah, he was
The,
already, yeah, man.
no, the only commercials they'd be in, it would be commercials that are selling cigarettes to black people or selling cheap liquor to black people.
Yeah, if Tupac was alive, right? Because we're playing this game. If Tupac was alive,
Yes.
he'd be getting the fucking Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
And he'd be getting not for fucking, many albums,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not for what he's done his contribution to the world.
Right.
Is right.
Right.
And that wouldn't be about fuck you, gangster, gangster. He'd help the gangsters, right?
Right.
He'd help the gangsters,
Right.
but it wouldn't
No,
still be the
no
same.
Fortune 500 companies giving the money for that.
But that you could say the same thing about Snoop Dogg.
No, yeah. If Tupac was alive, then Snoop Dogg wouldn't be getting that money
No,
either.
but they're not. I mean, it's Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre's
Dr. Dre
out of
never
there. Dr. Dre's out of there. Dr. Dre's already
out
out
of
of there.
where?
Once
No,
Tupac is around, Dr. Dre is gone.
Dr. Dre was never. Dr. Dre was never. Dr. Dre wasn't in flashy pants except maybe one time in an Eminem video, but that was just because he was the doctor and he got shocked and off the table and he had to get up and rap.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. Whatever. What's the word? Steadfast. You can stay steadfast in that shit.
No, I think you're the one who's staying steadfast.
On what? What am I staying steadfast on?
Because you're saying that hip hop would be commercial.
No.
Whereas
So
I'm saying
is hip hop commercial right now?
yes, very.
Yes, but is it commercial based on? It's commercial because it's hip hop.
No.
Hip hop is commercial. What
now,
I'm saying is
that's what I'm saying now.
hip hop would have been commercial regardless. Is what I'm saying. Yes.
No, they would not be using hip hop to sell Cadillacs.
Well, then that's a detriment.
Yeah.
That's a detriment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I was saying, if Tupac's alive, that doesn't happen.
So the culture would be lessened by that, then you're saying?
The culture would be more probably authentic, but not as commercialized.
No.
Yeah, guaranteed.
No, culture. So you're saying, as of now, the culture is what? Not authentic? I'll even make a multiple choice.
Go ahead.
So the culture is A, not authentic.
Okay.
B, authentic as it ever has been. C, authentic, but are they being authentic, comma?
That one.
I mean,
that one. You don't have to finish that one.
No.
That one.
No. But what? But okay. So what do you want me to go back and say? Wait, all right. Or D, if we can go back to the day of Tupac's death and decide that he didn't like, what does that mean? Like how many other people? You could say the same thing about Bob Marley.
No. We're talking.
You could say the same thing about Michael Jackson.
No, because they don't use reggae music to sell products the way that they use hip hop to sell products. Especially
they do now.
Especially not the way that they use hip hop.
Relatively speaking.
Not the way that they use hip hop to sell products.
Relatively speaking, it's all part of the culture.
Hip hop is used for everything now. They don't use reggae for everything.
Right.
Hip hop has been used for everything since 19 We'll say 90, say 98 moving
but-
forward, 1996 moving forward.
But before that, it was Bob.
No.
Before hip hop, it was reggae.
Before that, it was U2, Bon Jovi, Rolling Stones,
For the culture,
Meatball.
heavy metal for the fucking culture. This guy, too many fucking
Meatball.
I think the whole for the culture, bro. For the fucking culture. You're gonna have to drink that whole. You just poured that whole thing. You have to drink that whole thing. You're gonna pour. You can't pour out your fucking $300 bottle of champagne, yo. You're gonna throw out a whole glass of your $300 bottle of champagne.
For your information.
Or am I unself? You're like, yeah, that's just my $300 bottle of champagne. You're right. I'm just gonna throw that one out.
So yeah.
He's like, yeah, shit, that is just my $300 bottle of champagne. Fucker. But I don't understand the argument, to be honest with you.
You understand it.
No, because what I'm
you understand. You don't understand.
No. What I'm saying is, if Tupac was alive,
yes,
no matter what he did,
yes,
he would have been universal, which would have then made
no.
him
So that's not where the argument even started from. The argument started
because you're arguing. No. That's what I no. Right, you're exactly right. That is not where the argument started from, because I wasn't A, arguing, and B, what I was saying is Tupac.
You can't live in that lane of I wasn't arguing. You can't live there. You got to come out of that house.
I wasn't. I am now. In terms of I wasn't trying to say. All I was trying to say is he'd be fucking. No matter what he did, he'd be universal. He'd be.
Tupac is iconic.
It's just
that's
like Big
for sure.
Willie from Philly. No, it's just like Big Willie from Philly. See, I know you're not going to see it, but these people are all at some point they were. I'm not even going to say they were one thing and now they were another thing. I'm just saying they were at some point so authentic that they were also then able to do whatever the fuck they want. And then when they did whatever the fuck they want, the people were watching because it's too late to turn your face away and not watch Big Willie from Philly anymore. Even when he was getting jiggy with it.
But what you don't understand, or what you're not trying to comprehend, or what you're not trying to grasp is, yes, Big Willie from Philly was on his own trajectory.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you see me?
But hip hop, Big Willie from Philly had nothing to do with hip hop anymore. He wasn't directing hip hop. And whenever he came out with a song, people were like, what is this?
Yeah.
Right? So Big Willie from Philly was not on anybody's cassette tapes or anything like that. Tupac was what hip hop was about. Area wise. So for instance, like I said, like we at the time when Tupac was doing his thing and he was big, we're in Toronto, right? And in Toronto, we're highly influenced from what's happening in New York. And we're thinking that whatever's happening in New York is all that hip hop is. Which
I disagree.
What do you mean you disagree? What do you mean you disagree? So what do you know about hip hop in 93, 94, 95? What do you know? What were you listening to?
I was listening to a little bit of everything.
Talk to me.
I knew who Tupac was. I knew who like Exhibit was. I know who like Dr. Dre at those times. I mean, we were young.
You knew who they were. Did you know their music? No. Whose music did you know at that time? Tell me whose music you knew at that time.
I knew whatever. I think I knew a little bit of everybody's music at that time.
Where did you get your music from?
The flea market downtown on Young Street.
Yeah.
That corner. Yeah. Remember, I used to go get the mixtapes, right? I used to.
Okay. Yes. And what was on your mixtapes?
From different DJs.
Who Who?
I like Get a Clue.
Yeah.
I get yeah, that's East Coast. I get no, I guess no man, I got the West Coast stuff. I had everything.
No.
Really?
You have all
How
your
you
you have all your tapes. You have all your tapes.
still? You know I have all my tapes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So you want to hear
Guarantee can't show me
Tupac?
one
You want
West
to hear
Coast
you want to
DJ.
hear early you want to hear early Tupac on those tapes?
You can't show me no West Coast DJ. I guarantee you. All
I can show
East
you.
Coast DJs.
I know that for sure. I could put
Okay, wait.
money on it.
Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, wait. So maybe, and I disagree, but even if you did say that it's all East Coast DJs,
Yeah.
you'll hear early Snoop and early Tupac and
Yeah, because
early
those guys.
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
because those
Early
guys knew
Snoop.
what was up, which is why I was listening
No,
to those DJs.
Snoop.
No.
Sn-
No, but you're
Snoop-
gonna say Snoop is before this.
No.
But
I'm gonna say Snoop
when
was
you're saying
taking
what
over
you
the
know,
world at
because
the time.
your implication was, yo, what'd you know about this and what'd you know about that? But you're talking
if
to
you're
the
gonna play
wrong guy about
Tupac,
that.
if you're gonna play
That's why
Tupac on an East Coast
Guy doesn't even. Know.
tape,
When
I
people try to,
guarantee
these
you,
guys,
I
this guy
guarantee
doesn't
you, it's
even
a
know why he likes
song
Miami
called My
bass.
Block.
You know why do you like this guy? Doesn't even know Miami bass, yo. You don't even know why you like Miami bass. Yo. I like when other people try to claim that they taught you about Miami bass. Not that I taught you about anything. I'm not saying I taught you. I was there when you fell in love with it. That's all I'm saying. There's a difference, right? You're influenced by other things. These fucking people, man. Shit. I don't know. What did you know about music in '92? Like, that's the worst thing you've ever said. That's the worst thing you've ever said to me in all these fucking 12 episodes, asshole. Like, you're a jerk. Fucker. Shit.
Anyways.
Yeah, man. Tupac wicked, man. I'm just saying. I can't deal with all the what ifs. But all I was saying was he'd be universal, which would mean that, he'd probably be in the Apple commercials, which would make him even more gangster because no celebrities are in the Apple commercials. So he'd be in the Apple commercials. You're missing the point. You're missing the reverence that I'm giving him. You think I'm dissing him, and I'm giving him like further reverence of like beyond any level. That's all right, but certain old people get stuck in their ways.
And what I'm telling you is he wouldn't be in an Apple commercial.
He'd be in an Apple commercial. Him and Steve Jobs, or what's his name now, Tim Cook. They'd be chilling, talking about fucking changing the world.
Nah.
Yeah, because then you're selling Tupac short.
Okay. In that instance, yes, if they're talking about changing the world, then at that
you
point,
can only see it one way.
he'd be a good revolutionary to add to your thing.
Because I
But
want to be a gangster.
anything else?
Anything else. But that's my point. So when I say again,
they wouldn't be using gangster music. They wouldn't be using anti-government music. Matter of fact, the government wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, but there would be
the government wouldn't allow it.
Tupac would make something that fits.
No.
Yeah, he would. He sang a little bit every now and then, he hit the hook a little bit, right? I don't know what you're
talking about, bro.
He hit the hook a little bit. He sang a little bit. He was a poet. There's some songs that are just poetry with music on top of it. And that was brilliant. That was brilliance in itself. Like Tupac at his core, to me, the gangster was a lot of, it's like you say, then he was on death row, right? Like Tupac, the true aura of Tupac to me was his just way with words. There's spoken word shit. He was a gangster.
There's nothing commercial about that. What is commercial is the exploitation. What is commercial is the exploitation of our people, and that is what's commercial. That is what is good to sell, right?
Man, I'm sorry you cut me off to say that. When I was just trying to, again, big up Tupac even more. Blinded by that shit. I was trying to big the man up. But we're still you're talking about exploitation. And we're talking about a brilliant mind that was going to touch people or had started touching
Right.
people.
There's no money to be made in that.
But yeah.
There's no money to be made in that. Those are the type of people that the government wants to get rid of.
But he didn't touch me based on anything that had to do with money.
Right.
Right.
So there, in that being said, there would be no commercialization of hip hop with him still around. Him being the head of hip hop.
What does that have to do with my experience with Tupac?
No, are we talking about your experience, or are we having a conversation right now about the commercialization of hip hop? What are we talking about your experience? Where you come from? You don't come from none of this. This had nothing to do with you. We're talking about the commercialization of hip hop.
Tupac had something.
How are we talking about how you used to listen to hip hop in your bathroom? You're taking a shower now. How does it turn into you taking a shower with hip hop?
I never did that. You're just telling me about you and Tupac, and you want to tell me about the government right now. I'm telling you about my experience with Tupac. There's a difference. I'm not debating I'm not debating your experience.
What we said was that if Tupac didn't pass,
what we said,
there'd be no Jay-Z.
That's what you said.
That's what you said.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. So I don't know
how we want to talk about you and Tupac and your bedtime story then.
I don't know. You just want to tell me about how you feel about it. That's all. You don't want to hear how I feel about it. You just want to tell me how I should feel about it based on how you feel about it.
Nice.
I'm just telling you how I feel about it. No, there's no nice try.
So Jay-Z would be dead still then. Jay-Z, if Tupac goes around, Jay-Z would still be dead.
I mean, I guess I'd still say debatable because we can't talk about it, but I'd say yes, because he's almost like a generational talent of sort.
It wouldn't happen. Big L was a generational talent. It wasn't going to happen. Mace wasn't going to happen.
Okay.
So if Tupac is still around, that means Big is still around. If Big is still around, sorry, Jay-Z, there's no room for you.
I mean, okay. Are your eyes open?
Wide open.
Okay. I can tell.
But yours, I couldn't tell if yours are open.
Yeah? The glare?
No, just the eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
I see more eyelid than eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, brother. Oh boy. That's good for you though. What was the champagne? Come see, come saw. That's the champagne you're drinking? Something like that.
All right. How do we wrap?
You tell me, man. Tell me how it works. That's all. That's the name of this episode. Is you tell me how it works.
Tell me how it works. All right. Well, I think we come to a conclusion that without Pascal Siakam being present for the home opener, we see that he's still the best Raptor available. We see that people make decisions based in their indoctrinated stances. And we see that no matter how we feel about Tupac, some people think that hip hop would be where it is now, and some people think that it would be nowhere close. So all in all, it seems like some people just don't agree with some people on the things that they discuss, which in turn is what makes this world a beautiful place, the great place that we live in. It's called diversity. And what would a world be like without its diverseness? What do you say, my friend?
I like diversity. Diversity is good for you.
That's right. You ever been to a donut shop and sat there and looked at all the donuts and like thought to yourself, what today?
Because there were
Isn't
so
it
many
a-
different kinds of donuts.
Isn't it a beautiful blessing to be able to have decisions to make?
And then they kicked you out.
And can I see your paper? Beats
Oh,
in the break
boy.
room, episode 12.
Go
See you
Bills.
next time.
Holla, holla.
Holla, holla.
All right, brother.
All right, my brother. See you next
Big up.
week. One time.
Yeah, man.